You thought that was a good one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to tell you it wasn't.
Tell us that noise.
Stop hammering. Why are these niggas? These niggas
Yeah,
want to
I
do.
heard that.
These
That
niggas
joint
want to do
sound crazy.
construction. They want to do construction outside as soon as I go live. Like, come on, bro. Y'all wasn't. Yo, the whole block was quiet for hours.
I mean, it's definitely real quiet now with the T virus.
All right, now I gotta hold on. Now I gotta adjust my mic because these niggas want to be hammering. Hold on. Jesus Christ. And the sub boxes are broken. Shout out to Google and all the money they make off of YouTube and everything else.
They've been broken for years now.
No, but it's like consistently broken now, though.
All this money they be making and can't get sub boxes to work. Shout out to them though.
This is why competition is good.
Oh, my bad, Vaughn. Oh, why are there two Vaughn Reds in here? The hell?
Also, BG, you need to stop having so many people in here, man. It's getting unmanageable.
There we go.
Yeah, well, you know what happens is I hit people up and then they don't answer until like 5 days later. And so I have to find somebody else, and then they ask, "Oh, can I still get on?" And then,
No,
like, oh man,
if I hit you up and you too busy to go out, I find another bitch, and you can't come back later.
Jeez,
your time is up.
Vaughn Red is that you? Who's that other Vaughn Red?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can y'all hear me right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, for some reason when I clicked on your link, it was like, "Oh, make a new account," and I ain't see it. I'm like, "Oh shit, I already got an account." So that's some father account. Oh, we got Rand here.
Oh, good.
What's
Rand
up, Jack?
Here.
What up? What up? What up?
Yo, what's going on?
What up,
Rand here for another court set. He's always here when somebody goes to Weapon Wheel Court. BG, you going to court today?
No, I'm not.
But you know, if I'm here, that means the show's gonna go left at some point.
Oh, it's going left.
That is true.
I'm bringing up the court documents.
I have nothing to go to court about. I'm getting off if I go to court.
Multiple.
But the whole BG doesn't play old games, but then plays old games.
Oh man,
multiple
okay. I got, bro. This is an easy peasy. I'm about to get off. No time served. Nothing, bro. I'm getting off, bro. I don't need no lawyer. I can defend myself.
Okay.
The city of Bond might have to, pay me some money after they take me to court after this harassment.
Nah, because in the city of hate, we don't do that. We prosecute, then we execute.
Nah.
Sheesh.
Y'all gonna have to owe me. Y'all gonna owe me some money like the Central Park 5 after what y'all doing to me.
I don't think the Central Park 5 got any money, man.
They did. They got $40,000.
Oh,
that's it?
My bad, not 40,000. No. Was it 40,000? Hold on, let me see.
It was like 4 million.
My bad. I said 40,000. 4 million.
A piece for
No. They split it. They had to split it between themselves.
It was split.
Yeah, it was split. So they each got like maybe 6, 7.
41 million, but between the 5.
Yeah, it wasn't great, but it was something. I mean, it was more millions than they had before.
I was about to say 40,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody in the chat, y'all need to share the video because it's not showing up. I had to go through quite a process to find it.
I like how
I
y'all
had to go to your Twitter. Sub boxes are really broke.
I like how y'all shared and retweeted my live streams. I really appreciate that.
I mean, YouTube doesn't have that feature no more to hit like I like your live stream, but YouTube got rid of that feature.
You didn't retweet it.
I think sub boxes are broken for live streams.
Let me see if I can.
Yeah, only live.
Discord.
In premieres.
YouTube being YouTube again. All right.
There we go.
Yeah, videos might be working fine, but live streams and it's only for certain people. Well,
yeah, some people should show up.
Yeah,
Y'all heard what YouTube said? They got less people working right now.
I saw that.
I don't know why they can work from home.
They said more bots are gonna take down your videos wrongfully.
Yo, for real. They basically said our system sucks. We know it sucks, but deal with it.
What's up, Contra? Yep, they wrong for this, man. They know they wrong.
And they don't hit YouTube with it. Okay. Work at home.
Yo, Rand, somebody got an issue with you. I don't know why though.
I'm not surprised.
Who is playing that? Oh no, that's me.
What an idiot. And this nigga that want to take me to court, man, just go ahead and let it go, man.
Thought I had my game. Nah, you're not escaping, BG.
Go ahead and drop the case.
And you gonna pay what you owe as well.
Hey, prosecute and rest, man. Yeah.
What up, y'all? What up, y'all?
What's up, man?
What up?
What's up?
Just drop the case and you know.
Nope.
Ooh, wait. We got some pro Xbox in here. Good God, thank you. Oh man.
Some what?
No, we got some like level-headed people in this podcast. Thank you. That's all I said.
Oh, what did we have before?
We used to dealing with people like you, so yeah.
What do we have before? People that lose bets.
Hey! I am no longer a betting man. I'm past my old ways.
You got 3 games to go, Smooth.
A shout out to Def Grips and Rand and
Yo, everybody in the chat, make sure y'all hit the like button and tweet out that Weapon Wheel is live, because Twitter, YouTube sub boxes are broken. People are not getting their boxes updated, and
Luckily, it showed up in my notification box. It just didn't show up in my subscriptions.
Yeah, hit that notification bell so y'all can maybe get emails and stuff. Know when we go live and everything. I should hit that notification bell. So there's not a lot.
How you feeling this week, kid? How you feeling this week? Feeling good?
I'm feeling really good. Feeling good. Hopefully, keep it going. I feel like every Monday's been a good Monday.
I mean, every day should be a good day after you survive that concussion by not going to the doctors.
Oh man,
bro, going to the doctors is a risk.
So is going to sleep with the concussion, Chris Benoit. Jesus.
Hey, yo.
Wait. How did somebody get a concussion? Who got a concussion?
Nah, I don't know if I truly had one. My head was in pain for like 3 days after hitting my head on the bottom of the TV.
Yeah, you had one, bro.
What?
Yeah. He said he wasn't going to die. He was going to go sleep it off. Bro, you go to sleep with a concussion, you might not wake up.
You could probably die.
You got insurance?
Oh yeah, I got very good insurance.
Then why you ain't go then?
Because doctors ain't trying to see people. I'm in the wrong part of Jersey.
Bro, you got a concussion. You could die if you go to sleep.
Nah, he was worried about contracting something. I know what he was worried about.
Isn't there a video of Smooth saying I'm retarded or something like that? Saying that he's a little bit. I could have sworn there's like a clip of him saying that.
That would explain the Xbox. No offense.
Wow.
Man, not like this.
Bro, could you after he made that tweet, he went inactive for a period of 11 hours. I swear to God, this man passed to sleep over something so stupid. And then I was mad because I probably wouldn't have got my other 3 games. I would have hit his wife up.
Wow.
Wow.
Post-mortem?
Just playing Smooth.
Post-mortem like that?
I'm like, yo, your husband owe me a couple games still. Can you send me my Steam account?
How did you hit your head on the
So what I did was I put my TV is mounted to the wall, so I pulled it out so I could get behind the entertainment system, and I was sweeping behind it, but I was kind of bending over, and then when I got up, I Fred Flintstone my head onto the damn TV.
Awesome.
Shit hurt, so
Awesome.
shit hurt bad actually.
I almost did that when I had to sub freaking PSVR.
People still play VR?
I played it like a month or 2 ago.
Some losers. Tick loves it. He champions it all the time.
I'm looking forward to Iron Man, but that's about it.
All right, so y'all ready for get this podcast going? Weapon Wheel Podcast 229. Make sure you hit the like button. Share out the podcast. As we said, the sub boxes are not sharing live streams. Check out the Weapon Wheel Patreon. Link is in the description for that. Also, if you want to, you can support the live stream by hitting the join button and becoming a member. Members get chat badges and exclusive emotes. If you want to submit a video to be featured during the podcast, just send me an email at weaponwheelpress.com and I'll add your email to the Google Drive links, and you can just drop the gameplay right in there, quick and easy. And yeah, so let's get to these intros. Since I've been trying to get this man back for a while, and since the T virus happened, you know, his Sundays have freed up, I guess. And listen, I know the thing is terrible and all, but it's been kind of good for gamers. That's all I'm gonna say. Rand, what's up?
On BG, thanks for having me back on. Yeah, my Sundays were kind of like the worst day of the week for me. So, but now nothing is going on. It's a ghost town here in Chicago. So I figured now would be a good time to come on a Weapon Wheel. You know, I'm looking at my subscriptions and it really isn't even there. Like it doesn't even show your streaming when I'm looking at this stuff, man. YouTube just keeps on fucking up, huh?
Yep, and it's fucking us over. You know, at this very important time, you know, when Xbox seems to have an advantage over PlayStation right now, man. Like it's like they don't want people to know when we talk about it. It's crazy, man. Bad timing. Our next guest, Vaughn Red.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. I'm excited to talk about this, but yeah, we gotta give Xbox a bit of a W today.
All right.
What? Because it went down for the third time this week?
Oh man. Don't focus on the negative, Bond. Plenty of positive things happen. Don't be that guy. Smooth.
What's up, everybody? It's the best spot. Kid Smooth just surpassed 9,000 subscribers after 10 years. It feels. No, I haven't even been on YouTube for 10 years, but but that was just a milestone, you know. So that was great. And then of course the Xbox, you know, making rounds and then people. It's literally circa 2013, but just reverse right now. So I'm sure we'll talk about it. But I'm here. What's up?
Okay, Jack.
What's good, everybody? Hope everybody having a good week. I'm still stuck at 4,000 subscribers because people don't like gaming in the gaming community. How y'all doing this week? Yeah, we here.
Jimmy.
Yo, what's up, man? Jamie Games. Everybody be safe out there, man.
All right, Death Grips.
Yeah, man. How's everybody doing? Thanks, BG, for the invite, and let's get talking about some games, bro.
All right, Contra.
Hey everybody, my name is Contraviction. Your girl just hit 500 subs on YouTube.
Now look at
if you want to support, go ahead and follow on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Make sure to hit that like button.
Right, and Bond.
The prosecutioner, the executioner, the suburban savage, the king of bets. What other nicknames can I get? Xbox Live is that up right now? But outside of that, check out my Doom live stream because some people actually play games of this decade, unlike other people lying and playing old games. But I digress.
Oh boy, this is old and tired, but all right.
Just like you're frauding.
Oh man,
I like that, Bond. I like that. I like that.
Listen,
I got about how many? I got 1, 2, 3. I got 5 violations here. After 5 fouls, you foul out.
People love to feel like they got one up on me, so I just I let them have it most of the time. Like, oh, we got BG now. We got him.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
I 100% agree with you. Let us have it. Let us have them donations that you don't want.
All right.
Right.
So what do you want?
We might as well go into court right now.
Okay, go into court on these bullshit, trumped up, felonious charges.
Well, these are straight charges, so I do appreciate you call them trumped up as opposed to what you're used to. But the first one we always got to go into is the constant ducking of multiplayer from Rainbow Six Siege.
Oh boy, here we go.
Next up, we got to go with claims that you said you didn't want donations, but Jimmy, have you received a share of any of these super chats? Jack Smooth?
No, absolutely not.
I mean, doesn't want any donations, but I haven't seen these donations.
My defense for that is that donations are categorically different from super chats. So I don't.
Super chats are donations.
I disagree. Super chats.
Well, you can go to YouTube.
Super chats. Your Honor, he's not letting me speak.
You can because I am the honor. I told you. YouTube terms of service dictates them as donations. So
okay,
yes.
do you have the paperwork to prove that?
I will bring that up.
Okay, you do that. Okay.
Next up, claims he doesn't play old games. I don't play old games. I don't play old stuff. Jack, what game did he start streaming after you started streaming?
Resident Evil 4.
He loves copying people, like how he copies Press Start.
Oh man, Bond on your ass.
Just saying, like he sees somebody do something, he got to do it too.
I've never copied anything in my life.
No. God.
Did you the Shang Song of the gaming community?
I've never copied anything in my life.
You lucky you graduated college.
Shit crazy.
Bro, you lucky you graduated college then, because if they had those, if you were in college now, where they have those programs that you got to submit it to that see if you copied, you'd be expelled.
Okay. What else you got?
What are you streaming right now?
I'm actually streaming Dead Space 2.
When did Dead Space 2 come out?
That was 2011, sir.
9 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man,
is that considered old?
Definitely.
Yep, it
Because
is.
I heard that.
I mean, it's not retro, but
I heard that I don't play old games, play last generation games. Oh, I trade away my old consoles. I got no reason to use them anymore. I got no reason to play them.
I'm pretty sure that game is on PC, but proceed.
Yeah, but that doesn't change the point. It's a 9-year-old game.
You want to hear my defense, or you want to keep stroking yourself off?
Okay. Go ahead. What's your defense?
All right, my defense is simply this. Okay.
There
was very little games to play.
Doom
as I
Eternal,
stated,
Animal
I
Crossing.
don't like Doom. Stop bringing up games I don't like.
Borderlands 3.
I already did that. Okay, so
Metro just came out on Steam.
Metro. I had Metro on Epic, sir. I'm not a weirdo like you. Okay.
I'm just saying, there's games out.
Okay. I went through all those games that you just stated. Okay.
Hold on, Neo looks way better on PS4.
Neo 2 is out.
I'm waiting. As I said, I'm waiting for PC.
Did you play the Monster?
It looks way better.
Monster Hunter, sir. I didn't even buy the first game because I don't like it.
Have you played any Monster Hunter?
Have you played Barbie Horse Adventures? Have you played that game,
what?
How is that even a comparison?
Because I'm trying to figure out why you're bringing up games that I don't play and asking me if I play them.
Okay. We know that one of your top 5 games of the generation is Bloodborne, right?
Indeed, it is.
It's funny how Rise of the Tomb Raider got Game of the Year over that game, but that's just a story for another time.
Man.
That's one of your top 5 games of the generation didn't get Game of the Year. Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Hey, that's your ass. I just thought about that.
That's something, Jack.
Yo,
Rise of the Tomb Raider got his Game of the Year. But Bloodborne is one of the top 5 games of his generation.
Actually, I never put Bloodborne in my top 5 when I made that list. I said it was top. I made a list. I made a list. I never put Bloodborne in my top. I said top. I never said top 5. If y'all can find when I said top 5.
The top games of generation.
I said top. Yeah.
Tomb Raider is not on your top games of generation.
Where's the list that I made?
Let me move on.
Where's the list that I made?
Have you played Surge 2? Have you played Surge 2 yet?
I didn't like Surge 1.
He on your ass.
Really?
No, he's not. He's bringing up a whole bunch of nonsense points. I'm still waiting for him to make a good point.
Doesn't like Souls games, and Bloodborne. That's interesting.
I've beaten pretty much every Souls game except Surge because I didn't like Surge.
Which is even more funny because this man says Doom is lame.
It is boring.
But likes Bulletstorm.
Okay. I also like Wolfenstein.
Which is even more trash.
Do you like every game in every genre you play?
Doom and Bulletstorm might as well be the same exact genre of games, same style.
Doom and Wolfenstein.
There's people that disagree that Dead Space 2. There's people that disagree that Dead Space 2 and Resident Evil 4 are that they don't like one of those, but they're really exactly the same game.
Resident Evil 4 is not a survival horror game; it's an action game.
Okay, and what is Dead Space 2?
I would say it's a horror game.
No, Dead Space 2 just has just as much action as Resident Evil 4. Literally,
you don't think Dead Space 2 is a horror game?
Dead Space, I think it's a horror game, but it has plenty of action. I'm playing.
You can have a horror game with action.
You're 80% of what you do in Dead Space 2 is shooting. It's literally just shooting. You have a machine gun. You have like 8 different weapons with high caliber weapons, and you're just literally shooting aliens left and right. It's plenty of action.
100% of what you do in Resident Evil 2 is shooting things.
Okay. And there's plenty of action in Dead Space 2.
What were you doing? Stabbing Mr. X?
There was plenty of action in Dead Space 2.
Yeah, that doesn't. change the fact that it's still a horror game, BG.
Okay, what makes Resident Evil 4 more of an action game than Dead Space 2, or what makes Dead Space 2 more of a horror survival game? You can't run out of bullets in Dead Space 2. I'm playing on the second hardest difficulty, haven't run out of bullets yet.
Is this a real question here?
Yeah, I'm waiting for you to answer. Yeah, it's a real question. What? Have you ever run out of bullets in Dead Space 2?
Have you? I have, yeah. I have, yeah.
It's still, I think it's still horror. That's the difference between survival horror and just being horror.
Exactly. Thank you. You can have an action game and still be horror.
It's a certain tone.
But Dead Space is a horror.
Dead Space
is a horror game. Resident Evil 4 and 5 are, and 6 are action games.
Okay, what makes
we're not even gonna talk about
what
6.
makes for an action game? What makes for an action game in Dead Space 2 not?
Bro, have you not even played Dead Space 2 with all?
I have 95%. I've beaten Dead Space 2 at least 3 times, and I even had the near the platinum in it.
We gonna have to get a live collab on this because we're gonna be taking up half your damn podcast on this. Just the atmosphere of Dead Space 2.
Okay. Just the atmosphere, because you can argue that for one, the castle, several parts of the castle in Resident Evil 4 are definitely horror, and the beginning of the village, the atmosphere is definitely horror. In Resident Evil 4.
Wow! The castle with some blades is so horror. Ooh.
Okay.
Nothing dark and spooky and dingy about it, BG.
I mean, I don't really find Dead Space 2 that really scary. It definitely has atmosphere, but you're literally splitting hairs if you're really saying Dead Space 2 is that much more of a horror game over Resident Evil 4.
You know who's splitting hairs? You're not giving that donation money.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Can we end this? Can we end this case and talk about games?
So what does the jury say about this? Guilty?
He's looking kind of guilty.
I'm gonna have to go with guilty, dog.
He's looking guilty.
Looking kind of guilty right now.
That's 2 guilties. Brand contravention.
And I say fuck the judge, fuck the DA, and the judge can suck a dick. How about that one?
Brand contra.
We don't care.
It's unanimous. I think it's unanimous.
I get what Bond is saying. You know, they both have horror aspects to the games, but Resident Evil is more so like a rescue.
I'm also talking about all the cases. I see Dark Cloud.
Considering you brought all this evidence, I'm gonna have to say guilty.
Yeah, he didn't want to hear
Does anybody think innocent before we move on?
I don't give a fuck what any of these niggas think.
It's a unanimous guilty decision. Move on.
Okay, move on. Damn. This is the same nigga that think he looked like Drake. So can we really take this nigga serious?
I never said that. I said other people said that.
Yeah, we know. Okay. We know. Can we talk about games now?
But Jack, it's funny how he tried to cut his hair and get his beard trimmed like me.
Oh man. Now Bond is the first nigga with a beard and a haircut. Okay, you got it, buddy.
I mean, it's funny how you won't try to be like James, from James Harden to try to be like me.
Here we go. Now this nigga claiming beards. I done heard it all now. This nigga claiming beards.
BG went for the James Harden beard.
This nigga claiming beards, bro. This is a new reach. This is the new reach, my nigga. Can we talk about games now?
I mean, a good thing you can't copy my hair because you're losing yours.
I do not want to copy that big ass head you got. I want to copy that big ass square box head you got, nigga. Can we move on to talk about games?
We're talking about hair, not heads.
Oh man, can we talk about games now?
On your ass.
You need a hot comb for that beard before.
Oh man, can we talk about games now?
Let's get into the games now.
Yeah.
Ye is guilty.
With all this reaching this nigga doing.
Reaching? How you mean when you're supposed to close your channel, but you close BG's movie reviews?
Oh my god, you still hold the
There's BG's movie reviews?
Are you hurt?
Yo,
he had a BG movie review channel.
That was a while ago.
How did that go?
So BG wanted to play me in Street Fighter. Loser closes down his channel. I wiped the floor with him 10-0. He ain't went around. He was like, I'll close my channel. He closed down BG's movie reviews. I was like, wait, what?
So you sound like you mad because you got finessed. You sound like you the dumb nigga. That's not my fault.
Man.
All right, my nigga. Can we talk about games now?
Man, BG.
Oh man.
Broken Games movie review.
Can we talk about games now?
Damn, BG.
I mean, you ain't playing nothing, so what's there for you to talk about?
Oh man. I'm playing plenty of shit.
You're playing games 9 years ago.
I'm playing Ori.
Congratulations.
Okay. You done?
Keep going. You said you were talking about games. Why
I
you
said I'm playing Ori. Thank you. Shut the fuck up, Bond.
Did he time out?
No, I'm waiting for you to shut up, nigga. We don't care what
Go
you're saying.
ahead.
Thank you.
That's why I said you're
All
guilty.
these are relevant ass points. We don't care, Bond.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Let's get to the actual game topics after this fuck nigga did all this talking and rambling.
You sound like you're mad.
All right, man. Nah, I'm good. All right, so just let's touch on some rapid fire topics. So video game engagement is up 75%. No shocker because of the C virus. There's Control DLC coming out. I don't know if anybody cares.
Yeah. I'm gonna get that.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that.
More room floating. All right.
Jeffy really a hater. That's crazy.
That game is whack.
Nah,
That game was lit.
Chick floating around in a room for 10 hours. Nah.
man said room floating.
It's exclusive to PS4 for a while, by the way. So
They got it. Nobody want that on Xbox.
I see what's going on with that. All
right. And there's a Trial of Mana demo out in case anybody actually wants to try that out. I've seen that at PAX.
I will definitely try that out.
It was looking okay. I downloaded the demo. I didn't get to play it yet. And Drug Dealer Simulator. If you don't know, there's a Drug Dealer Simulator.
What the fuck?
Yeah, there's a Drug Dealer Simulator. I think Ricky uploaded a video. Yeah, and I think in one of the videos he got like 1 million views on it or something. You know, these simulator games be going off sometimes.
Some of the people was probably trying to actually learn.
Yeah, it comes out April 16th on PC. So yeah, if any of y'all want to play Drug Dealer Simulator, check that out. All right.
I did that with.
It's gonna be a lot of real life stuff in 2 weeks.
All right. So
Let me get these receipts real quick.
we don't give a fuck what you do, nigga. Shut up.
Oh, they do because they're trying to get paid.
I really need to put that Stephen A. We don't care sound clip in. That's gonna be the sound clip.
But everybody else wants to care because they're gonna get paid.
We don't care. Okay, Bond. All right, so a couple of games dropped this past week. Whole bunch of irrelevant games to me, but let's start with Doom Eternal. So this is where y'all got to take over the conversation because yeah, I wasn't buying Doom Eternal because the first one was probably one of the most boring games I've ever played in my life. So yeah, y'all take over. Tell us about Doom Eternal.
I'll start out with this, but I 100% agree with you. I wouldn't buy this game ever. Thanks, Move.
I don't want to.
But this game is absolute complete fire. Yeah, as soon as you boot it up and just listen to the menu theme, you know this shit's about to get real. This game's absolute fire, an absolute adrenaline rush. Nintendo is gonna have their hands full trying to make the next Metroid Prime because this dude is as agile, mobile as Samus, from dashing, from swinging to jumping to pole vaulting with the super shotgun, the grappling hook. My only complaint is the default controls on PC with mouse and keyboard. I don't know who made them. Probably somebody who never played a PC game in their entire life, because I've been constantly having to rebind things because it can get very clumsy on mouse and keyboard, the default controller.
Yeah, hey, that game is lit. I'm pretty much still like not the first boss fight, but to a boss fight now. The gameplay is awesome. It's not a dumb game where you turn your brain off to play it. Like there's actual strategy involved in how you take out every certain demon. They'll have fodder demons for you to burn and
I don't believe
get
you.
armor from.
They got weak points.
Go ahead.
Go
They
ahead.
got weak points.
They
You
got
gotta play
strengths,
specific.
weaknesses.
Yeah, you gotta play specifically. And I'm playing on Ultra Nightmare, and it's a blast so far.
So are you saying?
And they even have the
there's
best setting ever. Where
Are you
can
saying
I
the
hear-
strategy to this Doom game? You're saying the strategy to this Doom
Yeah, I'm
game?
hearing
You can't
Yeah.
just shoot everything.
Hold on.
You're a liar.
I'm hearing a lot of good stuff too. Like there's actually like a really good story that's going on in the background.
I want to go
So,
that.
I
I
don't
want to
know.
go that
I'm-
far.
No, like
I'm just hearing that there's a good story.
there's a good narrative in there. Like they explain why why Doom Guy was in the slab in 2016 and what happened before all of that. The combat is like way faster than 2016, and there is like some actual thought that goes into it, because certain weapons are more damage prone to certain enemies, and so you'll have to switch around from certain guns, and actually you get ammo and you get health from like chainsawing and shit, and your chainsaw can run out of gas and then you'll be fucked. So like the game actually does take some thought to handling the shit, and the way the levels are designed are really good too.
And you got to use that flamethrower to drop armor pieces too.
Yeah, you see, it has a nice flow to it. Like with 2016, like you could just shoot every fucking gun and kill every fucking thing and you be straight. But it's like with this one, like it's some real adjustments you got to go through for that shit. So yeah, I'm fucking with it.
In 2016, all you had to do was headshot everything. You're good.
Yeah.
This this BG, if the CAC demons come out, you can shoot grenades in their mouths to stun them.
So y'all
spider arachnids, you can snipe off like their armor pieces. Same with the arachnids. You can blood pound or blood fist or blood punch the armored mancubuses and everything.
But why when I said that about Doom 2016, everybody called me crazy? Like I that's pretty what Bond said is what I've been saying the whole time. It's just a shooting gallery with no thinking to it.
That's every first person shooter, shoot them in the head.
But Doom had no nuance to it. It was just boring.
Oh, you could get a mod in the beginning of the game to zoom down the sight now.
Yeah, the sniper, machine guns, the sniper.
Yeah, shit. I guess if that adds something to your gameplay, but it's like, I mean,
it makes it feel more modern. That's
shit. Yeah, you know.
I like Doom 2016. I like Doom 2016, but I love Doom Eternal.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's they took, like in Doom 2016, you can basically just use one weapon and just never change anything and just win.
Oh
this one, the game forces you to change your weapons all the time. Like use, the weapon mod on the shotgun has like a grenade launcher, and you can stick it to the arachnid creature, blow up his turret. Like all the bigger enemies have weaknesses that you need to exploit. You can't just sit on ammo. So you're constantly like, okay, I got my shotgun, I'm going to use it. I got my plasma rifle, I'm going to use it. I need ammo, I got to use my chainsaw. Like I'm low on health. I got to, really got to like focus on these smaller enemies and leave them alive, because you need to use them to get your health back and stuff.
Those jabroni zombies. I just leave.
It's definitely a much different experience than Doom 2016 and
shit. Like it's teaching you how to play compared to 2016, when you can go into it as just like a regular, just first-person shooter. This one's teaching you how to survive in this realm. Like, so it's like it feels different. Like,
also, you can't hoard ammo because you'll run out of ammo. You basically.
What is that about? Why do you keep running out of ammo so easily in this?
Because you don't carry a lot of ammo unless you want to upgrade.
That's part of the game. You got to balance multiple things at once. You got to balance the chainsaw. You got to balance everything to actually stay alive in this game. So it's not just the game you turn your brain off to play.
Shit is very fluid, like how it moves and everything. So it's like it's very easy just to kind of like jump between all these weapons, and like how the levels are built complement how the weapons work and how the enemies move. Like it's smooth as fuck. Like I really fuck with it. Like it's great.
Yeah, if you don't play it the right way, you will run out of ammo. Really.
Oh yes, and you'll die.
You do regardless.
I'm saying unless you choose to upgrade it over health and armor, which I didn't do. But like I said, like unless you're chainsawing, burning, and killing, and ripping people apart, like you will run out of ammo quickly.
Yeah,
a lot more verticality in this one too.
It
a lot of fights
makes you chain things together like you're playing Tony Hawk.
And
yes.
And even though I hated Doom 2016, I've watched gameplay of Doom Eternal, right? And I can say to myself, I'm like, yo, this shit look way better than Doom 2016. My thing is like, where was like people when I was saying this about Doom 2016, where it lacked everything you're saying Doom Eternal had? That was my problem with the game.
No game has ever been like Doom Eternal.
Yeah, so they kind of just went into it with just like the standard template of like what Doom was with the first one. And even with that, a lot of people ignored like the story beats that were there, and they just did turn their brains off, like you say. So it's like, I mean, with this one, like they kind of put the story in front of you, and it's still up to people to fucking digest it if they want. But but it is a very interesting story, and you do get a little bit more context about Doomslayer and like where he came from and like why he's so significant to this world and these demons and shit. Like it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I just can't care anymore. Like typically, I can't play a sequel to the original that I hated, so I'm okay with just letting this pass and not caring about it.
True.
Yeah. Anything else y'all want to tell us about Doom? I hear people saying it's going to be a game of the year contender. I don't believe that shit either.
No.
I don't believe that either.
Yes, but
it won't win, but it's a contender.
Yeah, I feel it's a contender. Like
it won't win. Nah.
Depends on how many games come out this year and how many games get delayed.
Like
that too.
The way I see it, it's a game of the year contender because it will make the playoffs, but nobody expects it to win the championship.
Yeah, it could fall in sort of dimension.
I mean, for one, because it's a first-person shooter, you know, those don't seem to have the best luck.
Resident Evil 3 gonna kill that when that come out. So,
huh?
That's
third person.
Yeah, I know. I'm not talking about genre-wise. I'm talking about just game of the year.
Okay.
Knocked out the box immediately.
I see what you're saying.
I mean, shit, it has a lot of like history, fan favorite, like bullshit with it. So yeah.
I mean, there's a decent level of like, I feel like politics that come in. People don't respect first-person shooters as like something that really can be game of the year because they usually lack something. Like I feel games being in first person automatically makes it cuts off a certain dimension when you can't see the character, in my opinion. There's a certain level of interaction and player development that character development that can't happen when, you know, it's first person, in my opinion.
In BG, Overwatch won Game of the Year 4 years ago, and that was just a multiplayer game.
Yeah, that was a big.
And BG complained about that too.
Yeah, that was stupid then. It hasn't happened since, and it was a while since it happened before that. And Overwatch, oh man, that was fucking pathetic. I can't believe these motherfuckers did that shit.
Rise of Game of the Year.
That was a great game. And I can't remember if I gave Rise of
the Tomb Raider
Game of the Year.
was pretty awesome.
I gave Tomb Raider Game of the Year, but I believe. I don't think I gave Rise of the Tomb Raider Game of the Year.
No, it was Rise.
You gave both of them your Game of the Year.
Because Hard 8 was clowning you.
Yeah, you gave both of them your Game of the Year.
Well, I have terrible memory, so you know.
You did.
I don't deny it, but I won't confirm it because I would have to go back and look what came out. But what came out 2016? When did Rise of the Tomb Raider come out?
2015.
It came out in 2015 on Xbox. Yeah.
2015. That doesn't sound like a hot year, so I don't know. Maybe.
Bloodborne came out 2015.
Really?
Yeah.
2015, 20. I got terrible memory.
You're February memories. February, bad,
March. I got terrible memory. I tell people that all the time. Like, don't expect me to remember shit. I couldn't tell you most of the games. I just don't remember shit. After I like don't need to know it anymore, my memory banks just delete that shit. Like real talk, I don't remember. But okay, I'm glad people enjoying Doom. I heard the HDR on that shit is fire. Bondo got you got HDR monitor, Bond?
No,
broke ass.
Call me a broke ass.
Broke ass motherfucker. Damn, no HDR for you.
Oh, HDR is actually lit for that game on PC.
Silver Chain Gaming, baby.
Hey man, my 80-90 frames will have to suffice.
All right.
Don't you use that setting? You can set like the target frame rate.
Who's playing that game on controller? How's that on a controller?
It's okay. I played it on controller. It was fine.
Yeah. Shit, I'm playing it with the Series 2 with the paddles and shit, and that shit is sweet. That shit is beautiful. Feels great.
I was hearing Kofi and them talk about it. They don't know how anybody could play this game with a controller because
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Shit, like
I started out with it, but it's hard to. I used mouse and keyboard once, and I was like, nah, fuck this controller. So
no, because I understand like the positives of like shit, a mouse and keyboard shit is just like snap to the shit, but it's just like For me with the pedals, I never have to take my fingers off the sticks. So like I just be jumping and dodging while so it's smooth.
I mean, you know, that's nerd stuff. I mean, it's okay on the controller.
Stupid.
All right. So that's all the comments on Doom. Move on. Oh fuck! I was supposed to get Fang in here to.
Bro, you have too many people in here already.
Bro, no, I needed somebody to talk about Animal Crossing. None of y'all played Animal Crossing, right?
People in here already.
Bond, I could count. Shut up, nigga. We know you were the map
can't
teacher,
even
right?
remember 2 minutes ago.
Shut up, Bond.
Damn, that's why you had
Does
that guy
anybody in here play Animal Crossing?
Invite him for the segment.
That's what I was gonna do, but Bond always want to be crying.
All right, we're gonna do it.
I mean,
Yeah,
I don't know.
BG as a
That's a game that came out. Let them come talk about it.
BG, as a person that reviews games, you know, on your channel, you should have bought this game.
He doesn't have a Switch.
I review games I like. What do I look like playing Animal Crossing? Am I a fucking weirdo with like?
Hold on, no, wait a minute.
Ori in the Blind Forest.
Say that now.
Ori and the Blind Forest has amazing platforming and great combat.
That's Ori and the Will of the
Look,
Wisp, sir.
if a
Ori and the Will of the Wisp, my good.
Animal Crossing or Ori in the Blind Forest, they would think the same thing.
Okay, I don't give a fuck what they think.
I
I'll
don't
smack
think
that
so,
bitch.
but okay. I don't think
They
so.
both
So what are you gonna say? What do I look like playing Animal Crossing?
Exactly what I said, and if some shit got something to say about it, she gets smacked too. I don't give a fuck what she think, dumb bitch.
So then why do you care?
God damn.
My man having some anger issues. He hasn't been able to go to the Chinese. He's actually had to cook. He can't leave and go to the bodega.
I got plenty of food. I had some Panda Express today, actually, sir.
Can't go to the Chinese place.
Panda Express ain't real Chinese food, bro.
It's not, but it's good though.
It's alright. It's been pretty alright.
Panda Express is amazing. It's
I ain't gonna say amazing
Chinese food right now.
Stop it. Panda Express is definitely gentrified Chinese food, but it's still good.
It ain't good.
That stuff mid.
God.
It's decent. It's been decent recently. It's decent.
Yo, but y'all eating Chinese food right now? Y'all wow.
Oh,
Bro,
wow.
they could have the thing in it.
Nigga, this ain't the shit them Chinese people on the videos be
That's
eating.
mad racist, Jimmy.
Hey, man, I'm just saying.
Rat backs and shit. We ain't that bullshit.
Oh,
But Jack down there eating.
In New York, yeah, they do. They got the same type of animals.
They eat the same.
Yo, them shit's been closing down in New York though.
Man, listen. If Jack can eat raccoon, I can eat some goddamn Chinese food, man. Cut this out.
You got jokes. All right.
I'm telling you, rat and dog give that General Sauce that extra.
I didn't hear a denial, Jack.
Man.
Just letting y'all know, for everybody that lives in New York, my friend works in the ICU. He said, get ready for 8 weeks isolation.
8 weeks.
8 weeks.
Hey, I'm ready. Shit.
It is what it is, bro.
So we're gonna be rocking like this to the summer. That's crazy.
Yo, we rocking like middle school. Anime, video games, and sports.
I can't, man. Sony is not letting me just stay home, bro. The amount of work they got me doing, I'd rather be out in the field.
Really? Aren't they canceling events all across the globe?
They have me doing work, bro. I'm here looking at Excel files, PowerPoints, got a presentation. I got a presentation in the next week. I've literally, like, if I've clocked it, I think I've worked 62 hours last week.
Wow.
Sheesh.
And yeah, you're not screening your screen because they got people they'll record any screens to make sure they're working.
Well, I have to present. My presentation is literally about 20 megs of Excel, and I have to present that.
Good Lord,
and I have to send it in.
That's a lot of work.
Oh,
I need to go back out in the field.
Oh, while we wait for Fang to get in here, we'll probably get in a little bit later. Let's talk about the Resident Evil 3 remake demo. Came out this week.
That's on PlayStation. That's on PlayStation.
Got killed by Nemesis.
No.
That's on PlayStation.
I ran. Fuck you talking about?
Heartache got killed. Jeremy got killed.
Jack, that's on PlayStation, right?
It definitely is.
No, it's not.
I don't even know how.
It's damn near lock 60 on PlayStation. What you talking about?
Oh, well, y'all talking about consoles. Y'all talking about consoles.
It has the best frame rate on PlayStation 4 Pro, sir.
Best on
and
PC,
the Xbox is also fake 4K too, so you know it ain't even like
man.
Oh yeah, it's checkerboard. It's checkerboarded.
Oh man.
I mean, but wasn't the last one checkerboarded? Or
I'm just saying, you know, most powerful console ever, you know, fake 4K and you know, not N60 on a corridor type game.
I mean, it's not really corridor anymore. It's kind of semi-open a bit. So
it's slightly open, street level open. You know, that's all.
You got anything to say about this performance move?
I'm not forget the frames. How's the game, y'all?
I ain't talking about no damn demo's performance.
Yeah, like, cause I don't know shit if it was ever clarified at all.
I
Like,
will
so I
say
don't know where they're
this:
getting the specs from. So
if the game releases how it is right now, that's not good. There are some things I don't like about the game already. One, zombies shouldn't be, and the nemesis shouldn't be clipping through everything. Two, they need to fix Jill's light because sometimes it shines in places where she's not even looking.
Yep, I noticed that too.
Okay.
And three, the nemesis is hell of a glitchy. He'd be jumping into the air like he's the Hulk, jumping out of the screen, and then coming through next second like he's Spider-Man, whipping across on tentacles and stuff.
I was just about to ask, was he supposed to do that?
No, but I'm saying
I think he's
because
I think he's programmed to do it now. Like I think that's just
it's like
now.
a cheesy sequence where when you get to a certain point, he just automatically appears there. Meanwhile, he was right behind you. So like a cheesy sequencing.
It doesn't.
Yeah, I think he's jumping up over your head though, but we're not seeing it. That's what I'm thinking it is.
Nah, it's kind of cheesy how they're doing it. It's like unexplainable. It's
have you seen videos where he just jumps into the sky like he's Superman?
Yeah, like he's gonna do like a tiger knee.
Like I thought, like he jumped up, like I don't know, maybe up on like a building or something and came back down.
No.
I thought he was in Street Fighter for a hot minute.
It looks like he's using. It looks like he's using the noodle arms and like catapulting himself, and then like he's sliding where he lands. Like I'm like, he ain't supposed to be this motherfucking agile, but
yeah, he's too agile. I agree with that.
Another thing is they're gonna have to fix the dodge because if you perfect that dodge, there's no fear.
You saw
in the
the
nemesis.
video, right? Of them just keep doing it over and over, right?
Yeah, the nemesis is, if you can dodge them that easily, there's not. What's the point?
Yeah,
they also gotta take the mechanics like in Resident Evil 2 remake. If you shoot them in the leg, they start to like these dudes. They take a bullet to the knees and just keep walking.
Yeah, they got two had that. And
yeah, but they did that in 2.
Yeah, that's what I checked to see. Yeah, you're right. If you shoot them in the leg, they don't take no damage physically, like
until you shoot their limb off.
Yeah,
like I feel like
but you gotta like keep clapping the knee. Like why you gotta keep shooting a zombie in the knee? Like
I mean that's what I said in my impressions. Like I don't mind. It takes 4 shots to blow the leg like or the limb completely off. But if I shoot him in his kneecaps twice directly, like he should at least like limp a little bit. He just walks. It's like. They that's something that bothered me. I'm like,
never mind. That's not even a good point.
Could be a little.
They had the same issues with Resident Evil 2, but I feel like just in how Nemesis plays, I think they just had to update it just how they did Mr. X. I feel like they were limited back then, so they're making him more capable now since they're able to. So that's why like he's able to jump in front of you, get around you. And all of that shit, because like they couldn't do all of that back then.
That's fine. I'm talking about when he jumps 35,000 feet into the sky, like he's going into space, and he's glitching through the ceiling of a building and things.
And when he jumps,
not like I never seen him jump through like a building. Like I seen him like jump outside and shit like that, but I never.
Yeah,
him, like catch me in like a building.
He'll jump in the sky like the Hulk taking off on a vertical jump.
Yeah, and doesn't when he
disappear and come
when
back.
he jumps, doesn't your character stop moving like just for a second? Like when he jumps right above your head, I think it makes Jill stop moving and like
a little bit,
second.
maybe maybe like the force of him jumping off the ground kind of like stumbles her or like staggers her a little bit. So. I mean, shit, but that dodge is like you could spam the fuck out of that dodge because like I Holly was. Like, I mean, shit, he didn't do shit to me, so I was like, fuck it. Like,
is that machine or that mechanism on his chest covering his heart? Is that a weak spot? Because I shot it a couple times and it like electrocuted him and he like went down.
Yeah, it's some electric
device.
Shit,
it probably
Mm-hmm.
Okay, shit, I didn't even shoot him hardly, so fucking
I saw him and just ran.
Facts.
I was like, fuck that.
Why did you play the demo when you didn't even finish the second game?
I played the RE2 demo. I finished that demo, and I'm finishing this.
I think Smooth would like this one a little bit more, though. I think Smooth
was playing demos. No, the Nemesis is gonna bend Smooth over and make him cry.
Oh man,
Jesus.
You.
Oh wow.
He don't want no parts of the Nemesis.
Is he?
But he definitely needs to be tightened up. I hope he's not that because it takes you out of the immersion of this super hulking, fearing monster if he's just glitching through walls and jumping through the ceiling and stuff. It becomes scary to cheesy if he's doing that.
That's true. I mean, I played the demo like 3 times and I just fucked with Nemesis a little bit, like just mess with him a little bit and like see how he actually acted. And there's a couple times where I was just standing right in front of him and it's like he wouldn't do anything, but there's other times like he's like super aggressive. And I just wanted to test out the dodge mechanic, and I got the timing down and everything, and I'm like, yeah, he's not that scary when you realize like you can like.
No, he's not, bro.
Yeah,
it's not scary at all, actually.
I mean, Mr. X. I mean, that motherfucker wasn't scary either. So I mean,
he was.
Shit, I was expecting
more dumb though. He seems more stupid.
True.
Yeah,
Shit, I was expecting a little bit more from Nemesis. That's what I was expecting a little bit more. So
when
like,
he punched through that wall, though, that was scary.
Yeah, his arrival is scary, but like when you hit him with the grenades, he's stunned, and it's just, I don't know, he seems easy to defeat to me.
And I don't know if the rest of the game is gonna be like this, but like there was an explosive barrel or a hazard, like because there was a group of zombies. Once you get past that fence, it was an electric device, and you could shoot the electric device and stun all of them. So I'm like, yo, there's a lot of hazards. You don't really got to shoot that many zombies, and like that made it a lot easier. You just shooting barrels and everything like that. I mean, it was fun though.
And you find a lot of animal fast too.
Did you play the original version of 3? There are barrels everywhere as well.
Yeah,
I did,
shit. Like
but,
I think like that's just there since it's a more open area.
I think it's there
like it's an open space. Yeah. Because they're trying to cram more zombies so it could feel like a little bit more claustrophobic without the environment being claustrophobic. So they're just trying to outnumber you. So that's why all that environmental shit's there.
And people,
it's a good game.
Yeah, I saw people complaining about zombies being bullet sponges, which I get it, but you're not supposed to shoot all of them anyway. Like I was still running past.
Yeah, but like I'll be shooting it at the head and like nothing happened.
Yeah, shit, but that was the same thing with 2 though. Like Resident Evil 2, like
it's worse than 3 to me though.
It is.
Like 2, they was eating bullets, bro. Like shit, I'd lay like a whole mag into the motherfucker's head, like he wasn't dead, bro. Like he was still coming.
Like stun them and run by them. You don't like.
Yeah. Like I know that, but I mean, like shit, if like they still zombies though. That's what I'm saying. And it's just like shit, if you bust a motherfucker in the head twice, like I mean, you would expect them to drop.
So, I think there was times where I did 3 times. I shot him in the head 3 times, and these motherfuckers were still walking. And because there's gonna be situations where you can't get around. But you don't want to be, but you shooting these dudes 3 times in the head, especially if like there's a point where like they go into the grab animation, and if you shoot them in the head right before that, it's like it doesn't even count. They're a little bit spongy.
Yeah, they just ignore it. Yeah, they ignore the shot.
Yeah,
Did anybody have any issues with where they're coming to grab you and you get like the prompt to press the button?
Yes.
And like that shit wasn't working, bro.
Yes,
no,
it was like
works.
No, it doesn't. It's like no matter how many times you press it or hold it, it's still going to bite you anyway.
Yeah,
like,
but if you don't press it, you get bit longer.
Yeah, they're gonna
press it all the way and you fill. They just bite you once.
Yeah, so the
if
bite,
you don't fill it up, they be biting you like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, they'll bite you to death.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So
my shit was broken.
Yeah, the bite is automatic. Yeah.
Yeah, the X button isn't an escape. Once you get grabbed, the X is just to not get bit.
To break the struggle up. Yeah.
You're still getting bit anytime you get grabbed.
Because if you remember in 2, the knife was something that you could use as a counter to that, so you didn't get bit, and then the knife would lose like a stock and then eventually break. But this knife doesn't break. So
which I'm happy about.
I do like that.
I'm so happy I get to keep the knife.
I don't like the stabbing animation.
Oh, this
coming from the guy that loves The Last of Us. Stop it.
No, I'm saying she pokes the knife instead of slashing.
That's how Jill is always stabbed.
But here's I don't know if the knife is, because what I did, I only used the knife to open boxes.
Yo,
but
I hear my wife out there. She's playing Resident Evil. She just ran into Nemesis. She's like freaking out.
But yeah, I don't see how you can actually use that knife in combat because of the way it is.
What?
I killed everybody with a knife.
Yeah, I've been saying
I use it to
the other animation is better.
You shoot their leg off, then you dodge back of them.
But I'm saying but here's the thing. So it takes like 4 shots to shoot their leg off in the first place. I'm saying to save those 4 shots. Like, there's no way you can just only use the knife instead of shooting 4 shots.
You can't only use the knife in any of the games.
But nah, that's not true, Bon.
In 2, you couldn't just use a knife.
The knife broke in 2, but in other Resident Evils, you could just use the knife. And this one, I agree with Jack Move. The way she uses the knife, you better not be using that knife to fight.
Yeah, but even in the original games, Chris slashed, Jill stabbed.
Nah, she got like a
but there's no reach. Like, she has no reach in this game.
Trash.
Yeah,
it's
trash.
It must need to be upgraded or something because it's hella trash.
I want to hear the same energy when Joel's old.
Oh my god!
Here we go.
This man, he was just waiting to give Joel some shit on that swing.
The way Jill used that knife, Joel got her.
Yeah, she did Joel got her. Because she does this like this prison yard shank like movement.
Yeah. It's like a poke. It's like fencing or something. I'm like, what is she doing?
It was like, yo, you ain't hitting nobody like poking like that.
I gotta run up on the zombie and poke him in the head when he on the floor. I'm like, come on now.
Like, I think
that is effective.
Like, I did that shit too. I was just thinking, like, I mean, maybe it was for like the down enemies are like zombies that you think are dead, but they not really dead. So it's just like the poke to make sure. Yeah, like. No, that shit's not effective, bro.
The demo is cool, but like I said, you could tell it was developed by different people. 2 and 3, you could just tell. Like,
oh yeah,
definitely
certain shit like lacking a little bit.
When I started the demo, I don't know if any of y'all saw this, but the dude that was talking while he was sitting down, did it not look like his beard was checkerboarded when it wasn't close up? It looked weird.
Are you saying
like he was having some like? Yeah, his facial hair just didn't look right.
I don't know. I didn't notice. The game definitely looked good, but
yeah, it looked good.
On PC though, bruh.
It definitely feels different from 2 though.
Yeah.
I didn't play the demo on console at all.
They dropped some Easter eggs in there too. Like, there was Mega Man references in there.
Yeah. Somebody said there was a poster that was making fun of Resident Evil 6, calling it a disaster. The poster said disaster, and it's the same like because it's Leon on the cover of Resident Evil 6, right? I think it's Leon on the cover.
Yeah. And the girl, I think.
And
there's a lot of them.
Yeah, and on the poster, it's the same pose that Leon is doing, and the movie name was Disaster. So they like, some people were saying it's a reach, but I could see like the connection, like, you know. Yeah.
That shit was trash, bro. Like, so
Resident Evil 6 was heat.
No,
I didn't get to be.
No, absolutely.
Fuck no.
Fire, mad action.
Hot
no, that's
you capping for real.
3 storylines. I'm dead serious, actually.
That shit had like 6 storylines, didn't it?
Yeah.
Because you played
6
like
characters and 3 storylines.
Yeah, shit. I played all of them. Shit was trash.
All of the Resident Evil you can handle, baby.
This is not the hill to die on, Jimmy. This is not the hill to die on, dog.
Hey man. I'm just saying, I like Resident Evil 6 a lot.
Not it.
We 2 different people, bro.
Hey man, they got co-op, don't it?
Yeah, it did.
Co-op was trash.
This boss looks super difficult.
This boss is hard. It took me about, and I'm playing on hard. This took me about 20 tries. Until I can't tell you. I can't tell you like there's certain things that make it easy. I don't want to make it easy for you.
There? Yes, BG.
BG, you bought it out.
Oh, my bad.
He probably died because he had to admit he died on something. Oh, is he back?
I thought his cat kicked his or something.
Hard looking at this giant.
Y'all hear me?
Frog.
Y'all hear me?
Oh, stream went offline.
Launch online, dog.
Oh, now it's back.
Oh shit! Hold on.
Oh, yep, man.
Shit. Hold on. Oh fuck! Where's my phone? YouTube and the stream. The stream
I think
guy.
it's back.
The
Is
Nemesis came over to BG's.
Hold on, is it back?
All right, it's back. Yeah, it's back.
Yep.
Yeah, I was talking about Resident Evil 6. See what happened?
I don't know. My OBS. Let me lower the bit rate because my OBS still says it's struggling. Hold on. Lower the bit rate.
This frog ugly? Shit.
Let's all thank YouTube for not having their employees work from home.
Ooh.
Yeah. I was saying. I was saying, let me know if it goes offline again, but I was saying that yeah, this frog was definitely hard. It took me about 20 tries. I don't want to, there's certain things that make the fight a lot easier, but I don't want to make it easier for Smooth, so I ain't gonna snitch.
Wow.
I'm not even gonna make it to this frog, so I'm not.
Damn,
bro.
Why would you buy a game that you can't even get like 3 hours into?
Oh, I didn't buy it. It's on Game Pass.
Oh, that's right.
We just went over this. We
saying
just
it's
went over
Game
this
Pass for all the
earlier.
Smooth? What's going
It's
on?
not, I'm saying it's bothers me.
You know what's crazy,
There's
Smooth?
no
I
good
bought this
games
game.
that I just can't play. It's like some games are just like I don't understand the concept of hard games.
You say you can't play it because it's too hard.
Huh?
You can't play it because it's too hard, is what you saying.
Yeah, it's like it's games like this I struggle with. I really do. Like
But Smooth, this game gives you way more options for combat.
It's
like
nothing wrong with him in
platformers and stuff.
Wait, what game have you completed then?
I mean, he beat Bloodborne.
No, I can beat your typical game. It's just some games.
What's the typical game? That's what I'm asking.
I don't. I mean, like I did, like well, Bloodborne, no, Sekiro, the Jedi Fallen Order, Star
Bro,
Wars
if you
game,
can beat
and
Bloodborne, Sekiro, you can beat this show.
But no, I can't beat games like this. I didn't beat the first.
Nah,
one.
but if it's a platformer, like I get what he's saying.
This boss had surprisingly like a lot of moves. They had a good number of moves.
It's this water crap. This is when the fight.
Yeah,
gets
this shit
hard.
look bullshit.
Yeah, and there's a second phase. The second phase is harder because, all right, let me just say, the first phase, there's a way you can heal yourself. The second phase, there's no healing. You fucked. Like you that health you got, that's the shit you staying with. Okay, so you got to make sure you have full health right before he gets to the second phase.
At least you can shoot his whatever he's spitting out back at him.
Yeah, that's the, because you can hit him like with the sword, but that's getting too close to him. And this is one of the games, if you touch the enemy, you take damage. So that's not really a good idea. And I gotta call out Blessed Red because he's a fraud. Blessed Red is a fraud. So I get on the Discord because Kofi was like, oh, before, because Kofi got to this part before me, and he was like, you're gonna have a hard time with this frog.
Oh, that's the boss he was talking about.
Yeah. But mind you, Kofi plays very differently, right? In Metroidvania type games like this, I make sure like I get at least like 80% or more of everything in the area if possible, right? Before I move on. You know, sometimes you can't because you don't have the right power, right? So I had like, that looks like what, 11 HP when I got to this boss. Kofi said he had 5. I'm like, my nigga, how do you have 5?
What?
Only 5? What?
That's why he was dying so much.
That's why he was getting washed. The nigga had
He was running through the game. He was running through the game.
Yeah, like, and I'm like,
so he wasn't searching for shit.
No, exactly.
Like
and I'm like,
Kofi doesn't play games. Kofi tries to speed through games for live streams and reviews.
Hey, you said,
hey, that's actually funny.
Hey, man. No shot at my son Kofi, but I'm like, yo,
bro, we're in a pandemic, and he said he couldn't wait. He wanted to go out and buy a whole system for one game and return it.
Yeah, it bothers it bothers me when people play games like that. I'm like, you buy this game, and he said he went back and got all the health at the end of the game. I'm like, how does that help you now?
What's the point?
He does it to get all the collectibles. I'm like, my nigga, it doesn't help you now. Like, why do you play like that?
Yeah, he should have did it before he did that. The game is designed for you to build up all your shit.
I had like 12 hearts when I got to the final boss.
Exactly, and I had a whole bunch of shards that made this boss easier. But back to Blessed Red being a fraud. So
we got problems.
Oh boy, here we go.
Oh, why did you in here?
We got problems.
Oh man, what's good?
No problems.
Nigga, I should kick you out. You a fraud though. You a fraud. You know you a fraud.
Nah, never that.
You a fraud, bro. You know what you did. You know what you did, Blessed. You know what you did. So you not a fraud.
I know. I fucking explained what I did. What you do?
Tell us
what y'all talking about.
I want to hear about this.
So no, let me tell you. He can defend himself. So I get in the Discord. I'm like, okay, Kofi said it was hard. It was challenging. It took me about 20 tries. And Blessed Red was like, oh, I beat him on the second try. I'm like, you're a liar. Like right off the bat. I'm like, you're lying. I'm like, no,
you're a liar.
I don't believe you, right? So, you know, he get, and I knew he was lying from jump. So I pressed him a little bit. I'm like, no, you didn't. And he was like, oh yeah, he was like, oh, that was
hard.
He played it on hard. No, he said, oh, it was I beat him on the second try after I watched Kofi play it after 20 deaths. So
watching shit.
So you watch Kofi play through. Okay.
He watched Kofi play. He made it seem, hold on. He made it seem like, oh, he just went into the boss naked, never seen the boss before, and beat him on the second try.
Hey, I never said that, bro.
Bro.
I never said that.
Was it implied?
It was very much
I
implied.
I beat it on my second try.
After watching Kofi die a million times.
And then you're like, bro, how? I said, well, I watched. You were asking like what, like how possible, and I was like, I said I watched him die because he was trying to pass it, so he Discord streamed it.
And he no, but you made it seem like, oh, I seen Kofi die like once or twice. That nigga said like 20 times. I was like, man, if you don't get your fraud ass out of here.
When did I imply it was only once?
You
or
definitely.
Twice?
I told
you it was 20. I told you it was 20 times. When did I say once?
But you do understand that's not the same thing as me never seeing anything about the boss.
I still have to apply the skill, bro.
Man, but you.
I didn't play the same way he did. He played very scared.
Yeah, you learned from watching him what not to do.
Exactly. You seen the attacks. I didn't know any of his attacks. I didn't know any attacks. You saw a whole bunch of attacks.
That's fine and dandy, sir. So when are you gonna get Doom Eternal?
Oh man, let me kick your dumb ass out of here.
Why you been lying on my name? Saying I was saying, oh, you need a 2070.
He's out.
Oh man,
Blizzard got beef with everyone. Nobody liked this nigga.
No, so that fraud was telling people. I said, oh, you need a 2070 or else you're not really PC gaming. When I said that, I was telling Jack that he should get a 2070.
He's out.
He makes the computer. I said don't have a weak rig, but he blocked me like a bitch before I could explain what a weak rig is.
Yeah.
I didn't mean you need a 2070. A weak rig, in my opinion, is anything less than a 980.
You got a reply for that, Red?
In 2020, you should have like at least a 980 Ti or a 10 series card, or else like what's the point?
He left again. He don't want no smoke. He don't want no smoke.
Yo, why does everybody dislike this dude?
Yeah, Dick. Nah, everybody don't dislike him.
I mean, he missing a few chromosomes, so I don't know. Maybe it's that.
Listen, we have like a kind of like it's just one of those homies. It's one of those homies. Like Bless is just one of those homies. Like, yo, you just want to smack the fire out this motherfucker sometimes.
I gotta say one thing. Nah, but Von Red, nah, bro. You
literally Master Flex, right, BG?
I was recommending a 2070 to Jack. I didn't say that was the baseline for PC gaming.
And then I responded, and I was like, "That's seriously that's what you think?" And I said, and you said yes.
Did you even? You never even asked me what I thought a weak rig was.
What?
You never even asked me what I thought a weak rig was. I never said you need a 2070.
You said you need a 2070 in order to.
I recommended Jack a 2070.
That's a good recommendation, though. What's wrong with that? You saying that was
nothing,
the baseline?
There's nothing wrong with the recommendation of a 2070. I'm saying
that's what I did.
He said that it was like that's the only you need a 2070 and above to enjoy PC gaming. It's like, bro, I have people with.
I said you don't want to have a weak rig, or else you're a joke for PC gaming. A weak rig doesn't mean less than a 2070. I was recommending that to Jack because I was telling him in my in my opinion for PC gaming, you're gonna want 1440p, 60 FPS plus.
He's not wrong. If you get a new PC in 2020, I think you should get at least a 2070.
2070, I'd say you should skip the 2070. It's either a 2060 Super or a 2070 Super.
You talking 2070 to 2060? You might just
2060 Super. A 2060 Super
is about as good as the base 2070. Yeah.
Yeah, it's in the next step up. In the next step up, like a 2060 Super is what 400. Next step up is 2070 Super, which is 500.
All right.
Either way.
All right, Bless, you can get out now. We had enough of you.
That's all I was trying to say. My opinion of a weak rig would be if you have like something below a 980 Ti or like a 980 for 2020 going forward for new games. That's my opinion of a weak rig, not anything weaker than a 2070. That's some gold gaming shit.
All right, I get you.
All right, get out, Blessed. We hate you.
Oh man.
All right.
Shout out to him though. He actually came in and we talked about it. So all right.
All right. A few topics to touch on before we get into the big stuff with PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. There's not going to be an FOV slider for Horizon Zero Dawn on PC. I personally never really.
That's crazy too.
I mean,
Absolute fail.
No, let me just say my opinion. When it comes to like when it comes to like first person shooters, third person shooters, I absolutely agree. I don't think every game needs a FOV slider though.
Yes, it does.
I disagree. I don't use it on every game.
It's just a bad look because like you're bringing this game to PC that's like a technical power show, and you're gonna not have one of the most basic PC.
Yeah, that's like one of the most not. Jesus Christ! Field of view, depth of field, motion blur. Those are absolute musts. I'm not trying to play a goddamn game where the character takes up the whole damn screen.
But it's not like that on Horizon to begin with. The camera's not that close on Horizon.
I'll see when I play it.
The camera's not that close. It's not.
I don't understand.
It depends on what type of setting you're trying to deliver as well for like close-up views like in The Last of Us or something like that. Like then it's better to have the camera up close, like over the shoulder for that cinematic feel. Like Horizon Zero Dawn isn't really trying to deliver that. It's like that third-person action adventure shit. So like a FOV slider would like probably fit it pretty well.
Yeah, I agree with the open atmosphere. Yeah, that would be nice to have.
Okay.
Well, hopefully now I got to use flawless widescreen. Hopefully it gets.
I mean, modders will probably fix that in like first week.
They'll probably add it later because of the backlash it'll have.
Yeah.
Sony's really coming to PC with a good start.
I mean, just because the FOV slider. I mean, if it has everything else but the FOV slider's missing, is it that bad?
FOV slider is one of the most important things to me in games.
I mean, once they added
the world game, FOV is the most important.
I don't know about that.
Once they added the FOV slider to the Division 2, that shit was like 10 times better.
Yeah. I'm playing it right now with FOV. Yep.
That looks much better.
It literally goes frame rate, the ability to remove motion blur, FOV slider. Those look my three things I need.
I disagree.
What would your three be?
I gotta look at everything to really rank it, but I just think it depends on the game.
I actually grew a bond on those three, to be honest.
I think it depends on the game. That's all I'm saying.
That's the kind of game that needs it, in my opinion, though.
Yeah. It's weird because like the game's gonna have 21:9 support, so why the hell is there no field of view slider?
Exactly.
Yeah, shit, it wouldn't subtract anything from it though, for real.
Because there's certain games that you need to see around you a little bit more. I don't think Horizon is one of those games that it's like detrimental if you can't.
For graphic, like just enjoy the atmosphere a little more.
Like, would you fight like really big ass dinosaurs? So I would think like the wider view of the field would kind of help. Like I don't know.
That was never something that PlayStation fans complained about. That wasn't even.
It
was like
it's not something console gamers complain about.
That's not true.
I'm not a fan.
No, I like the FOV slider on a lot of games.
Halo has been one of my biggest issues with Halo is how close the camera is.
Well, like it depends on how they make it, because like some games you turn it up like 5%, it makes it look like fisheye. It just depends on how they implement it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking at gameplay again. She's not even that close to the screen, man.
She's not like
it's fine, and I'll still enjoy it, but like the option would be nice.
It would be nice to have the option, yeah.
Man, you can
still
never
buying
do
that day
anything
one
right in PC gamers' eyes, man.
That's also true.
Hey man, Sony got to get it right if they want to get on PC, man.
Hey, it's the first attempt for been a while, man. Last thing was what? Planet Side 2? Come
on. PC5, baby.
I'll be surprised if that game costs more than $40.
I'm hoping it costs $60, so y'all have to spend more money.
Oh man.
Nah, it ain't gonna be $60. It'll probably be like $39.
It may be $60, bro. It's kind of a new game for PC. Yeah.
Nah, it's not gonna be on Epic.
It ain't gonna be $60. Not an old game. It ain't gonna be $60. Steam got the price list.
Can't you pre-order the game or not?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Nah, it's not listed yet. It's like there, but you can't do nothing with it.
I just want to see some footage of 60 for that game.
That's a goddamn shame. One of the most basic features isn't even going to be on it.
Okay. So there's rumors of LA Noire 2. I mean, you can take that with a grain of salt.
I don't believe it.
Yeah, you can take.
I'm not caring.
It's hard to believe that's what the next game Rockstar would be making. I mean, there's different Rockstar studios.
That team don't even exist no more, though.
I need a bully too.
They did change a banner recently, and I was wondering, was it for that game?
Rockstar be toying with y'all when they do that.
Yeah, when they change the banners, right?
They scrapped the production for Bully 2. Like they had it set up in like England and they got like the actors and shit for it, but they said like they stopped it for some reason. I forgot why, but that's what I read a while back. So they had the actors and shit, and they sent out a post to get more actors, and it was supposed to be based in London or some shit, like a boarding school or some shit like that.
Man,
here's why there's not going to be a Bully 2. They're not going to be able to do no Bully online.
Oh man,
that's why there won't be a Bully 2.
And there's also Call of Duty 2 Remake was rated in South Korea, so that continues the thought that there's going to be a remake for that game this year.
Just Call of Duty 2?
Modern Warfare 2. Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah.
And they're gonna have it singular, like they're not shipping it with some extra shit or something. Like it's just that game.
Yeah.
Anybody playing Warzone?
Nope.
No.
Yeah, I've been playing.
I gave it a try the other day. I did pretty good.
I thought it was.
It's alright.
PUBG is still the best battle royale game. Nothing tops it to me. So.
It just holds a lot of tension with it that a lot of other battle royales just kind of don't. Like you just die and have fun and whatever, but in fucking PUBG, like your fucking heart gets pumping, like you hearing shots in the foreground and shit. Like it's just a certain tension that it holds.
I saw that cool feature of this one where like if you die, you get sent to like this prison.
The gulag.
Yeah, that's tight as
dope.
shit.
Yeah, that's a cool idea.
Yeah.
I haven't lost one yet.
Have you played one?
Oh, I seen that, and you got to fight to get back out, right?
Yeah, like whoever wins the
I
one-on-one round
haven't
gets put
lost
back
one
in the
yet.
game.
Yeah,
You can
that's
only
a cool
do it
idea.
once, though.
Yeah, you can only do it once. Yeah. But your teammates can buy you back in the game.
Yeah.
I believe also.
Apex kind of does something similar to that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it kind of makes the games longer, and they're trying to up the amount to 200, and that's just gonna make the game even more fucking longer. But it's gonna make the confrontations you get more frequent, I guess. So
we're talking Call of Duty.
I got to say this is the most I've played
Warzone,
Call of
yeah.
Duty in a long time.
Bang, what's up, man?
Yeah, shit, a multiplayer, yeah.
Bang, tell us everything we need to know about Animal Crossing. You're an Animal Crossing nerd. You're one of those people that know life's it.
Oh, I came here to talk about Call of Duty right now, but
nah, we don't want to talk about that. we done talking about Call of Duty.
I mean, I know a lot more about Call of Duty than I do, Animal Crossing.
No, you're a liar.
Put your thoughts on Call of Duty.
Tell us about Call of Duty and then Animal Crossing then.
Okay. My thoughts on Call of Duty? Warzone's gonna fail. Warzone's gonna fail. Modern Warfare is failing.
Really?
Activision's last fucking try is Modern Warfare 2 Remastered.
I mean, they already got Black Ops coming as well that they're doing. That it's gonna be like a reboot, just like Modern Warfare.
Yes, so Black Ops 5 is going to be a reboot of Black Ops.
Yeah, so I mean, it's not really their last chance, though.
No, I mean like in terms of like Infinity Ward.
Oh,
in terms of Infinity, they're really trying to save they're really trying to save Modern Warfare. They are trying their fucking best. That's the reason why Warzone's fucking free to play.
Really?
I mean, the junk just hit like.
Wait, what do you mean by save? What do you mean Call of Duty's failing? I mean, it still sells.
No, it's
the game is not
keep
good.
It relevant.
Oh.
Yeah, keep it
yeah.
relevant.
The player base for Modern Warfare is dwindling fast, like really fucking fast.
No, like
and when
they just said
Warzone,
that it hit like 30 million players in like 10 days or something.
No, that's the Warzone specifically though.
Yeah.
That's not Modern Warfare. You don't need Modern Warfare to play Warzone. That's why Warzone's free to play.
What sucks is Modern Warfare is like
talking about Modern Warfare, just that alone. Like that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, the multiplayer for Modern Warfare that came out 2019. That's dying. That multiplayer is dying.
Yeah.
To be honest, this is like to be honest, Modern Warfare dying is a good thing because that means we get to get Modern Warfare 2 remastered.
Who is that guy Al Presser? He always make fun of Modern Warfare 2.
Is that Rings of Redemption?
Yeah, it's like Modern Warfare 2.
I got no knowledge on him. Anyway, yeah, Modern Warfare 2 is probably going to come out sometime this summer. Look forward to it. Black Ops 5, unfortunately, is not looking too good from what people on the inside are saying. Apparently, the campaign's done, but the multiplayer isn't running worth shit.
Wait, how many Call of Duties they got coming out?
Every year.
That's also another thing. That's also another thing.
They're like an annual thing.
There is a Modern Warfare 2 remastered that will probably come out this summer.
With that one, yeah.
Yes, Black Ops 5 will be the annual Call of Duty. And then there's rumors of a free-to-play similar to the mobile version Call of Duty.
Oh, jeez.
The mobile one's actually not bad.
I heard the mobile one's good, but I'm not willing to play mobile.
So are they about to have like 5
Nah.
different Call of Duty free-to-play games?
Might.
What the hell are they doing?
Like, I mean, you get like if they're tackling all of these people on different fronts, like you got revenue coming from all these different fucking places, like shit, they good. Like you get your set price games and then you get your games in which they could just throw like a bunch of cosmetic bullshit in and they still getting bread. So I mean, it's still gonna be up in the top 10 MPD fucking games. So
yeah. Oh yeah, people will keep buying them, but yeah, like you end up ticking people off because people leave the game.
Yeah, then they gotta learn a whole new set of shit. Like, I mean, they could just keep Warzone and just keep expanding on it. So, like, I mean, when they get to the like those, what the fuck are those things called? Esports bullshit. Like, I mean, they could just focus on that and just like, but they keep putting out new games. So,
okay. So, Fang, tell us about what's this weirdo game called? Animal Crossing New Horizons.
This man really.
A bunch of nerds are calling other people weirdos. Goddamn. Anyway, I mean, there's really, I even told you this before you asked me to be on here. There's really not much I can say about Animal Crossing. It's just you're literally just doing shit. Awesome. I'm gonna go fucking craft. Why? Just gonna go do it. I'm gonna go make money. Why? Just go do it. Just go do shit. It's much more. It's a grind fest, as you would expect, like a free-to-play MMO would be.
That's why you like it.
It's something that, unfortunately, if you want to dedicate time to it, like a lot of your time is gonna go to it. It's not just to pick up a play for a little while, put it back down. The game is tied behind the shit called miles that you have to do little achievements for, specific achievements for, and a lot of shit is tied behind it. So it, like I said, it's a fucking giant grind fest for it.
So.
Okay, somebody described this game as like The Sims with animals. Is that accurate?
I don't know anything about The Sims.
What?
That's what I think.
Wait, what do you say?
I got a question. What's different in this one or improved in this one that's not in the other ones?
Really, not much. It's like it's kind of like similar. It's kind of like Pokemon. Not much has changed. Not much changes.
War never changes.
But so it wasn't nothing that like broke in the game to where they had to change it, or
I mean,
what
the fuck?
What's that?
What the fuck?
What kind of ringtone?
It's honestly, it's like I said, it's similar to like Pokemon, where not much changes between each installment.
Oh shit.
The only thing that breaks the game is that they add online, but that's their own damn fault. Because you could exploit a lot of things for that. Oh yeah, they did. The one major thing that they did change is that in past games they would punish you for time jumping, and this time, which is like you just move your clock around on the in-game clock or your system clock, whatever the fuck. Now there's no repercussions. You can just freely do that whenever the fuck you want.
What's the benefit of that exploit? What's the
the game follows a real-time system. So if it's daytime in real life, it's daytime in game. If it's nighttime in real life, it's nighttime in game. Certain things are only available for specific times. Sometimes they'll tell you, okay, this thing will be ready in 2 days. So guess what? You have to wait 2 real-life days for that shit to happen. Or in this game where there is no repercussions, just change the clock from March 20th to March 22nd. You got your thing. Like, that's it.
Kind of like what they did with Pokemon, right? Where you literally would change your date in your actual Switch.
I don't know anything about Pokemon. Sorry.
Well, if it's like that, you literally have to change the time in your Switch itself, your date and time, in order for a date and time to change.
Yeah, I guess so then.
Okay. We
My
hear
friends
somebody
are
sticks. We hear
loving the
somebody
game.
sticks. By the way, somebody's hitting their controller mad hard.
It's
All my
just-
friends have the
it's
game.
probably
It's not me this time.
Animal
It's probably
Crossing is
me,
just
my
a
bad.
giant time killer game, and this current events, you just need to kill a lot of fucking time and not go outside.
Okay.
So it's yeah.
All right. Thanks for the rundown. Appreciate it. Also, so Nintendo has been requesting Sony to take down anything that uses anything in Dreams that uses the Nintendo
fucking
IP.
bullshit.
This is the one time I'm not a Sony fan.
Some bullshit.
So if you making Mario games and Dreams, yeah, they want you to stop. They want you to take all that down, bro.
You knew that it was gonna happen, bro. Like, I mean, you know how Nintendo operate.
They're not playing with y'all.
It made no damn sense.
I can call them the
it's a creation game. It's a creation game. You know what I'm saying? That's like telling me to stop. If I draw a Mario, hey, you gotta delete. You gotta crumple that paper up and throw it away.
Hey, like you posted up trying to get bread off of it or something. Like, are you
But
just
they're
using
not.
their
That's
property?
the
They're not doing that yet, though.
They're not making money off of that.
But I'm saying is, what I'm saying is, if you're using the property, like they're just not trying to have you in any way tarnish the image of the character and the shit that they own.
They are
So like they're gonna
gatekeeping
get you.
They are gatekeeping IP. Can you believe they don't want everybody to play a great game? That's all.
That is not the game.
Nah, you know what it is? They're upset that their actual hardcore Nintendo fans is still only playing Mario 720p. That's all it is.
Oh, damn. Come on now.
Yeah, I don't see the big deal. I mean, like I said, they're not making money off of it. If that's the case, then you gonna attack everybody on social media that does weird things with your IP characters. I mean, people do that all the time in the way they portray all the Nintendo characters. I'm like, this is a little bit weird.
There's a lot of shit up on Reddit though. Smash Bros 34, bro. So I mean, shit, they ain't get them niggas. So
I like how Nintendo rules with an iron fist when it comes to they shit. Like I could understand that, and I like that, right? But it's they be going a little bit too hard to flex a little bit sometimes. I think.
Like this person has like less than 100 followers. You're gonna go after them, but you're not gonna go after other people. Like that's some bullshit. For real.
Yeah,
this happened with that Metroid 2 fan remake. They took it down even though the guy was not charging for it.
Yeah, that don't make sense if they're not monetizing it.
Yeah, not like they just don't tell you. Like they'll fucking crucify you. Like it's just like with Star Wars people. Like the dude who made like a Star Wars fighting game. Like Disney found him and like destroyed that shit. Like
Disney's a full-out scumbag with that stuff. They actually, Mickey Mouse should be like public domain now because of how old it is. Those motherfuckers at Disney are legit bribing the whoever's in charge of that. So Mickey Mouse is still not like public domain.
Yo, did you hear what Disney's
See, they
been
got
doing
enough
lately?
cash to do it.
Yep, they definitely got that.
Did you hear what Disney's been doing lately with Marvel? Like the new heroes and stuff.
Oh, the new heroes. Yeah, that shit's trash.
They're about to shut down Marvel Comics.
They got
Super
some
trash.
So listen to these heroes. They have they got a black guy. It's two twin black siblings. The boy is dressed in pink. The girl's dressed in blue, and they're called
the names.
And they're called Snowflake and Safe Space.
Are
you serious?
Yep, it's real.
BG, what have you done, yo?
See?
No,
don't bring me up in this bullshit.
People, Bob was
Do
trying
not
to warn
bring
us
me
about
up
this
in
shit,
this
yo.
bullshit. Listen, y'all not gonna do this narrative because I don't like the fucking orange bitch in the office that I'm one of these weirdos that's pro whatever alphabet you want to call this weirdo shit.
Also, they're both non-binary, whatever the hell that means.
So they're neither male.
They don't identify as a specific gender.
There's also
this is a joke, right?
Let me finish this.
No, this is no fucking joke. Like this is real.
Let me finish. There's also a teenage Spanish girl. She's overweight. She's a body positive superhero called Trailblazer.
Body positive?
Trailblazer.
No offense if you're not. You know why there's no out of
She
shape
has a magical
superheroes?
backpack and like
They
she could
constantly
take
running?
Who the
random
fuck is the
shit
door
out
to
of it.
explore?
No, because if you were an out of shape,
Yeah.
if you were an out of shape superhero, you would have got killed.
It's not only
Like,
that,
all-
but if you're a superhero, you're constantly moving. Your body's already murdering all those calories.
But
Like, what
all
the
their
fuck?
powers fucking suck too, though.
If
the
you were an
names
out of
suck
shape
and-
superhero,
and
you
their
would be dead.
powers
Are these
suck.
actual like? But we can't.
Yes.
These are not the real superheroes that are
I'll
gonna
link you.
turn up in comics and movies, though. I
No,
know
fam,
that.
it's
In
real.
the
No,
book.
no, no, no.
They're-
Not in
they're
movies,
like
probably,
in a
but-
book, not in the movies. but
Well,
in
you
the
you
book.
know they're placating. This is some placating shit. Like,
Yeah, this is for your people, BJ.
nah, nigga, don't do
No,
that.
but
Don't do
Didn't
that.
the CEO recently just step down from this company?
Don't do that.
Yeah. Now, so here's what I think is happening. I think because of how much money Disney is losing and in debt to right now, I can see them shutting Marvel Comics down. So this is probably like the artist passion project.
Nah, that ain't happening.
Not
Yeah,
like
that don't
not
sound
all
right.
of Marvel,
All that money they
specifically the
got.
comics.
They supposed to be merging with DC, ain't they?
Yeah, not all of Marvel, just specifically the comics.
I don't see that happening, but
Ain't
Yeah,
the comics
I
more?
think it's
Ain't they
about to
merging?
happen.
Ain't they about to do a Marvel versus
Nah,
DC? comic series?
Nope.
Nah, tell
Good for
Marvel to
y'all,
stay the
good for
fuck
y'all.
away from DC. Tell them to stay away from DC.
DC
They
is
might
into
just
their
start
dark
releasing the
edges.
characters and not
Look,
making them anymore.
Look,
Nah, they
DC.
just had Dr. Manhattan bring the characters together in the comic book. It literally just happened like a month ago. Or something.
Dr. Manhattan's a
They're
DC
probably going to start
product,
leasing the characters out for independent people. to
DC
try to-
Somebody needs to oil their
Yo.
door.
DC learned a lesson the hard way. They came out with the Joker, then they tried to come out with some bull crap and Birds of Prey, and look what happened.
Hold on, that's a completely
Oh.
different director. We not claiming that
No,
one.
but I'm saying DC learned the lesson the hard way. You can't be doing that
Fuck am I going?
that crap.
Yeah, they fucked up that movie, but Joker was pretty good.
You know what's crazy with Birds of Prey?
Fire.
For some reason, people were blaming Sonic the Hedgehog for being a sexist movie. It's
What?
part of why that movie failed.
What?
Y'all didn't see that?
I mean, that was mainly
I
that
wanna
was
say
mainly
I've heard
one
that.
dumb.
Birds of Prey
That was
wasn't that
mainly
bad.
one
Yeah,
chick.
it really wasn't. It really wasn't
Yeah,
that
that movie
bad.
wasn't that bad. I watched it. It wasn't
I was
that bad.
surprised. Yeah.
No, but the movie just had terrible marketing.
Why
Like,
is it?
It
Why is
did.
it when these female-led movies take an L, they always blame it on sexism? Isn't that happen with like
Yo, for real?
Ghostbusters or some shit like that?
I don't understand either because
The-
Wonder
the-
I
Woman
don't,
did
I
just
don't get
fine.
the correlation.
The
Like people were
problem-
blaming
the-
Sonic the Hedgehog for Birds of Prey flopping. I'm like, what is the correlation? here?
the problem with Birds and Prey and Ghostbusters is like the marketing and advertisement just simply isn't good. Like,
and Charlie's
like
Angels.
bro, like yo, I see like almost all like comic book or superhero movies that come out. But like there's nothing in not one of those Birds of Prey trailers that was like, this looks like a good movie. There's nothing. Like I'm like, bro, even freaking whatchamacallit, like even the bad comic book movies somehow convinced me to go see it. I went to see fucking Green Lantern, bro. Like that shit turned out,
man.
but at least in the marketing they made it look like this could possibly be a good movie. Even Catwoman convinced some people like, oh, this might be good. Look how shit those turned out. So they just don't know how to like at least make a movie look like it's gonna turn out good.
Well, BG, you brought it up.
Nah,
you brought it
don't
upon
listen.
yourself,
Nah,
dog.
don't do that. No. These is not my people. I don't hang out with none of these
It's
mofos.
all your fault.
Nah. Just because I don't worship Trump doesn't mean I
You
hang
need
out.
to worship Trump.
No, just because I don't worship Trump doesn't mean I hang out with the alphabet boys either.
Trump has
I
nothing
don't.
to do with it.
No,
When you
that
become
has
a
everything
blind,
to do with this.
when you become a blind
No,
hater of something,
no.
you become a supporter of something else.
I don't like Trump, and I don't like the alphabet boys either. I don't hang out with neither party. Okay, if you want to go to those MAGA rallies, Bond, and be look at my Negro. If you want to be that guy, look at my Negro. He's right there. If you want to be him, go ahead, bro.
I can't wait till they have BG's son going to school in a dress.
Okay.
Oh man,
Bond always got to be reaching.
That escalated.
Anyway, we got nothing left but to get to the shits. Okay, let's get to the shits.
oh boy.
So we started out on Monday with Xbox
Going down again.
I don't think
Becoming
it
the
went.
most powerful console.
Xbox is continuing their consistent and very clear messaging, with the Xbox Series X, aside from maybe like how backwards compatibility works, but both the PS5 and Xbox Series X messaging is a little bit fuzzy with that. But Xbox has been consistent. They drop in kind of the same news, but consistent news like every other Monday and shit like that. Meanwhile, Sony was quiet, so we finally got Mark Cerny and Sony replied like what was that, Thursday? do we need to go over like what Xbox dropped on Monday? Because it was kind of the same thing they been talking about the previous weeks.
It was just like the full specs, like on paper.
Yeah,
pretty much.
so the we knew what the CPU was going to be. You know, the 8 cores, the Zen 2, the 12 teraflops, RDNA 2, 16 gigs of memory.
Did D-Bash confirm all this?
No, this is Xbox. This is Xbox this time. A 1 terabyte custom NVMe SSD.
Third generation.
Yeah, 1 terabyte expansion card is proprietary.
Ew.
That's got me a little worried.
4K.
Ew.
4K.
Don't worry.
Ultra,
Don't worry.
4K.
We're gonna take care of you.
Blu-ray. Yeah, all that good stuff. Ray tracing. Quick resume. Low latency. Variable refresh rate. All backwards compatibility. All this flash.
What you got on Monday was just like they showed you the specs again, but then they actually gave examples for some of the features, like the quick resume and the fucking
demonstrations, man. Demonstrations.
Ray tracing, yeah. Shit. So that's what they gave you. So it really wasn't the same thing. It was just more like hands-on, like more visual shit.
It
than
expanded.
Like just the numbers.
We got to see that
detail.
sexy box up close and personal. You know what I mean? To get the real size of it.
Like the proprietary thing, like I'm not really for, but I've heard some people say that like the deal could probably lessen how much that is.
No.
And with this nvme shit or whatever the fuck it is that Sony's doing, like they say like that could possibly backfire because the shit has to be on par with what's already in the system. And so that could up the price for the shit as well. So that's probably like, hey, that's this. What I'm reading.
When it comes to SSDs, that shit's expensive in general.
Yeah, in general, but it's just like shit. If they're buying in bulk and it's like proprietary and it's like specifically for this item here, like I mean, it could drop the price. Like ain't nobody gonna buy no fucking $200 SSD like out the gate with the system. You ain't playing that many fucking games, bro.
SSDs, even NVMEs, are not that expensive depending on which brand you buy. If you buy Samsung, the popular brands, it's hella. If you buy like Corsair has super cheap NVMe SSDs, and there's another brand.
Like, but you just said Samsung, right?
Yeah, like Samsung.
So I'm saying, like, cause like Sony, like, wasn't there a thing that Sony was doing some like partnership with Samsung?
That's Xbox.
No, like I swear it was Sony. Like I don't know. Like,
Xbox is a partnership with Seagate. It's just that there was rumored that Sony would be using like Samsung.
Samsung something.
Samsung's the one supplying the GDDR6 for both systems.
Okay.
Oh, that's what it is. All right.
Dark Cloud, how'd that proprietary memory go for the Vita?
Whew. They got clown for that shit.
That was one of the biggest L's Sony held.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons.
Like a brick ago.
Yeah.
I mean, like, but here's the thing: to expand SSD storage, right, and to get it maintaining and to match the exact speed, like how you can't just do that with like just another off the shelf part without things like fluctuating. They want fixed rates,
and that's why
literally what PlayStation 5 is gonna do.
Yeah, but that's why
fluctuate, which isn't that one of
that's what
just weird.
Sony said. They were like, Sony was like, do not go out and just buy some shit because it has to match what we got in it.
And that doesn't exist right now. So
they don't.
Right now.
They don't even
it's based off something that's gonna come out.
So you think something is gonna come out that doesn't exist right now is gonna come out brand spanking new and be cheap?
No, it's gonna be expensive. If it have to hit those speeds, it's not gonna be cheap.
Well, like during the presentation, he even showed then and there that when the PS5 comes out, it'll have a superior SSD, even to PC. But then they showed in the same presentation, but when the PC one comes out, it'll be able to go far beyond what the PS5 can. So you'll essentially be buying an SSD like a year or two after it comes out, and it'll be drastically faster than what's in the system.
Like
so it'll
be
like not even using the chip to its full potential and still being the requirement.
I listen. I personally I think the proprietary thing could backfire. I don't even see why people really need to be expanding their their drives and need more space, because they said they're going to be able to
keep their games down low.
Yeah,
I don't understand.
This is the convenience of not like installing, reinstalling, and all that.
So two things. They're gonna have, I forgot what it's called. It's gonna be able to compress, games and everything like that.
That's what I'm interested in seeing.
Yeah, they're gonna be able to compress even games that should be huge. They're gonna be able to compress them. And also, I don't get why people be having like 20 games installed on their console, and 15 of them they haven't played in years. Why? Explain it to me.
I'm gonna be real, Chief. Sometimes a game is like 50 gigs. I don't feel like deleting that thing to
that.
re-download it again.
You also gotta remember though, people have data caps.
That too.
Yeah, that too. Shit, but I got like 2 terabyte to my X, and so it's like I got like 50 something games on that bitch.
Not only just data caps, but like there's some parts of like California where people live because they're just building. They don't have fast internet speeds. So once they download a game, they're not gonna try to re-download that game again. It's gonna take forever.
Yeah.
Oh no, I just don't think you playing all them games anyway.
Like the thing shit about the quick resume shit, like that would do well for me, cause like I know shit a lot of folks say like they don't be switching between games and shit. I switch between games, so I'd hop from The Division, Modern Warfare, Sea of Thieves if the homies on, some other shit, maybe some whatever the fuck. So it's just
on the average at any average time, how many games are you different games are you playing at one time? Yeah, you
I would say like 3 to 4.
Yeah, shit, at least like 3 or 4. Like
I think there's at least 2 multiplayer games recycle, and then like if 3 campaign like games like obviously Ori, I rage quit a couple times and then I go to another single player game that I could probably advance on.
Did you live stream that?
No, I didn't live stream Ori.
Smooth. What are we? Yo, if you were to live stream 1 billion difficult games, you'd have like 1 million subs.
Yeah, that's how I found Smooth anyway. So it was like.
Yeah,
shit, I think it was what the fuck was it? Like Bloodborne or some shit he was playing, and I just think was
those Bloodborne streams were hilarious.
Yeah, I just don't.
I would imagine most people wouldn't even. I would imagine most people, like regular gamers, they're not even gonna use the expandable storage on PlayStation or Xbox. I mean, most regular gamers, they only buy a couple games a year anyways.
They buy like 5 a year.
I mean, to them, it's like they're not gonna buy the expand. Like it's only a big issue for us, because it's like, well, you play a lot of games and it's only a terabyte, and like, god damn it, if I want to actually use it now, I got to go buy another one of these things. That's probably going to be $200, so it'll be really expensive. But for the mass market, I doubt it's really that it's going to be that big of a deal.
Shit, I wouldn't buy it out at launch. If I buy the Series X, it'd probably be like a year or 2 before I pick up like that little chip shit. So
I'm getting that shit day one, B.
Yeah,
I know
speaking
you are, but
of hard drives, didn't Smooth say there's only going to be 500 gigs available on Sony's hard drive?
Yep, I said they're launching with an 825 gigabyte like SSD. Like I don't. Okay,
that is an odd number. So
we're gonna have to wait till it comes out to see how much is actually.
No, it's not. It's not partitioned.
No,
that's the raw number, and then it's gonna get partitioned, and then they're gonna tell you whatever you're gonna get.
Nah, they can't take that and partition it. That's they hustling it.
I mean, that was never confirmed.
We're gonna have to wait and see what the
who announces
like. No, yeah, they never announce the space after it's partitioned.
But
it's before.
Hold on. That also was not meant for the general public until all this shit got canceled either, though.
Oh no, they wilding out with an 8 something, and it's
that wasn't meant for the general audience, so we can't technically say.
I'm okay with 700. So like at least 775 is gonna be left after everything. Listen, the way I play games and delete them after I'm done.
That's not right either.
That's unacceptable.
If it ain't partitioned already, it's gonna be closer to 500 left.
Yeah.
Like I said.
I'm hoping that these consoles
because the PlayStation 4 already got like over 2 gigabytes for the OS.
Yeah, I'm hoping these
Xbox got 3 gigabytes for the OS.
But you said there's 825 gigs, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be at least 300.
156.
What's gonna be? You're not talking about the OS.
I think Jack's talking about the memory. Because when he said Xbox was 3 gigs, well, you said Xbox was 3 gigs. You were referring to the memory, right?
Well, yeah, that's the RAM, but
like the system RAM.
Yeah, but the other thing,
we're talking about the SSD.
Because, like, for example, remember when we got our Xbox Ones and PlayStation 4s, right?
What I'm trying to say is the hard drive is not the same size.
We didn't get a whole 500 gigs. or a whole terabyte.
You never know. You never know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so it's gonna take
here they are announcing 825 gigabytes. I'm like, okay, so what do we get after you take your cut?
a good 750 plus.
Man, I'm just hoping
it
that
might be around that. It might be around.
I'm hoping with these consoles that they'd use the compression. They already said like because it's an SSD.
Yeah, Sony said they were doing that.
Yeah, they already said because it's an SSD, like developers don't have to make duplicate files and assets so that this has to work hard. So they can just have one, and it'll still be able to find it. So that can save space, and hopefully they compress games. You can have like, I'm not playing this for a while, compress it. And then that makes up an extra bit of space. Hopefully they have something like that.
I'm pretty sure that's up to the developer to do that. They don't have to do that. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's all up to them.
I think most people are just gonna like plug in their external, you know, their regular externals, and just have to.
If it's allowed.
So put their game on there, and then when they want to play them, just quickly transfer it to the internal drive.
Yeah, download.
So they can play it.
Install
Is that going to be allowed? Is that going to be allowed?
No, they already said that.
Yeah, they already
I don't know what it is on
for
PlayStation.
Xbox, yeah.
No, same thing with PlayStation. Same thing with PlayStation, Rand.
Well, I thought. Oh, well, I mean, I only know the Xbox, so it's like, yeah, like
PS5
you can plug in your USB.
It has USB HDD support. Yeah.
Yeah. You can use that for PS4 games, but you can't use it for PS5 exclusives.
So you basically like, well, I don't want to play this right now, but I'll keep it on my external, and then when I want to actually play it, I'll move it over.
I don't know if they can do that, but yeah.
I could have swore Cerny said that you could do that. You just have to move it back over.
Yeah, I remember him saying like you could plug in an external hard drive if you want to play like backwards compatible games.
Yeah, both platforms said that you can't play current gen games on the old hard drive. You have to.
Sound like we all unsure about all this shit. That's what it sounds to me.
Well, not because like
I mean, it's kind of what I do right now with the Xbox. Like I have an SSD hooked up and then a 4 terabyte external. So like when I'm ready playing a game, I just move it over from the external onto the SSD. And then I beat it, and then I move it away from the SSD back onto the external. So that's just how I'll probably rock.
Said that you could put the Series X game on the hard drive, but you can't play it from the hard drive. So you have to install it from the hard drive onto the internal of the Series X. And that's how you play it.
The Xbox. They showed the Xbox Series X controller. It has a new D-pad and textured grips. Those are the biggest changes. Oh, and the share button, of course.
No,
7 years after PlayStation.
The textured triggers and the textured bumpers were the new things.
What did I say?
And
I said grips. My bad.
Yeah, grips.
My bad.
Well, the D-pad's new too.
Yeah. Oh, it's looking
good.
good.
And it has like a matte finish to it as well. So it was like it ain't like slippery, shiny, or none of that shit. It's like matte black.
This is the least change an Xbox controller has made from generation to generation, I feel.
Yeah, I invited.
I don't blame them, to be honest, because people love the 360. Then they hate the Xbox One controller because it's not the 360 controller. So they're probably scared to make a drastic change.
I don't know, because like shit, I like the one more than the 360. I mean, that's just me. But
dang, bro, you might be in the minority with that one.
Yeah, I know a lot of people like the 360. Like I like the 360, but that little battery shit in the bottom, I was like, fuck that. So like when they smoothed it out, I was like, I'm with it.
I like that you can bring your controllers with the new system. They all work, and then the new controller works on the old system too. So that's nice.
That's cool.
All right.
Hey, did Sony clarify that? If you could do the same?
Yeah.
I think they have to because it's going to support the current PSVR, and you need that light bar which isn't going to be on the DualShock 5.
Okay.
So
okay.
So they did remove.
So that helps out because there's a lot of people that are on the fence of buying new controllers, like either like the control that Jack Move got, because new systems coming out, you want the new controller. So yeah, I guess that's pretty cool.
Yeah, now that Astro C40 Joan,
that thing
like
looks
I
lit.
got that Joan. Like I played.
I've been on the fence of getting it myself because I'm like, yo, there's a new system coming, and I don't want to.
I'm trying to sell it if you want it, bro.
I think Jack got that. He don't like it.
Listen, I'm trying to sell it if you don't want.
So like I think it'll work, but like they're gonna keep stressing, oh, you're missing out on the tension in the triggers, you're missing out on the advanced
some
rumble.
shit like
Yeah,
that.
how much my hand sweats. Oh, my bad. I forgot about that.
All right, so
Oh shit, how bad your heart beating and shit.
let's go over these PlayStation 5 confirmed specs real quick. All right, so RDNA 2 that was confirmed I think before this.
People can finally stop lying about that on Twitter. Good lord.
No. People are still spinning it. People are saying that it's RDNA 1.5, saying that it's not the full thing. It's all over Twitter.
Yeah, 6.
And then on top of that, hold up, they're also saying that it's not 10 T-flops. It's 9.2 upclocked.
Yeah, variable frequency.
Not because the boost is how it gets to that 10. So like for real, like your PS5 isn't gonna be on boost mode the whole fucking time. Like so
it'll do it if it needs to, but it won't always be that.
Yeah, so I feel like the first party exclusive stuff, I feel like they'll prioritize that boost mode more than third parties. But that's like with it like overclocking or whatever from like that 9.2, 9.7 number. So like that's how they got to that number. So that's why when they say 10.3, it's like with that little asterisk, like with boost.
Yeah, yeah, the CPU and the GPU working off variable frequencies, but then you have to. That does make me worry a little bit about the heat, because that was obviously a huge problem,
heat too.
With
shit,
PS4.
Cause wasn't that because like with the Pro, like you have like a boost mode on the Pro, right? So like when that's enabled, I think that's kind of like that same thing. Like it enhances the games. It could be frame rate or visual wise.
Different.
Like,
that's different. It doesn't change the teraflops capabilities of the Pro. What it does, it just kind of like brute forces old games that aren't patched to like try to take advantage.
I don't think none of us really got the technical.
I'm not gonna act like I know what the fuck Mark Cerny was talking about.
We just
no, what I'm saying it's not. It's not
These
really hard to explain if you listen to what he's saying. Like
basically like turbo boost for my processor. Like how
like he explained that whole boost mode shit like straight to your face. Like,
and look, I'm going over this because obviously we ignore all the speculation, for months we ignore that, but now when the confirmed specs are out, this is when we finally talk about it, because we hated the conversation that was going on before this for months. People it's gonna be 13 11.5, like, okay, it's finally here. We can stop like speculating and guessing and all this shit. It is what it is.
That shit never stops, because I even have
still
people on my timeline
now, though.
Yeah, people on my timeline
don't nobody know what they talking about.
You know what's funny?
It's just like speculation is not like a problem. Like if you're not trying to run with it as like this is the definitive fucking answer. Like, I mean, we always guess like what actor's gonna play this role, what movie gonna drop this, what this movie gonna be like. I mean, we all do that shit, but it's just like when you're speculating, but then you drop some shit and you're like, yeah, this motherfucker's about to be 13.5 teraflops. Like, it's just like, bruh, that shit's not like stop that.
What's funny though, if you go back and look at the PS4 Pro reveal, I don't know if it was Digital Foundry or some publication, they asked Mark Cerny at that event, hey, what do you think would be the required amount of teraflops for native 4K at 60 frames?
8.
He said 8 or 10?
He said 8.
He said 8. Okay. I remember him saying that, so I was like, okay, so that would probably be the baseline. So I was thinking probably going to be 10 based off of that. So yeah, that's 13 teraflop boomer. I was like, y'all are stupid.
Yeah, but that makes sense though. Like that type of logic, and you kind of like basing it off that shit makes sense. When you ask these dudes on Twitter, like they just plop out a fat ass fucking number just to overdo.
Some of these dudes can't even spell the word silicon.
Exactly. Like
exactly. So that's
yeah.
what I'm like.
And I got dudes on my timeline saying that Sony, this was a pre-recorded thing. Sony may be shook after all that data, so right before the system launch is gonna change the teraflops. I'm like, yo, y'all niggas gotta chill.
No, that's stupid. Cut that shit. Like,
you can't change the clock this late in the game.
Yeah, like, come on now.
Okay, so let's get to the shits, because we are definitely the type of people where we look at the specs and everything like that. Okay, we understand overall surface level what everything means and everything like that. So there's a few things I feel like we need an answer. Number one is just give our thoughts on the presentation that Mark Cerny did. Right? They said it was originally supposed to be for GDC, but they released it to
but they could have fixed it up. You know, if they know that a lot of people was going to be watching.
It was pre-recorded, guys.
Here's the only thing they did wrong. I'm just saying it's one thing, because the video itself was perfectly fine. It was meant for developers. That's good. Where they fucked up was announcing this a day in advance, building hype. They should have just dropped the video, because they built up hype when consumers weren't going to be able to take any of that stuff at face value.
Because the problem is they tweeted this out. They put this on Twitter. When you put something out on Twitter, that's for the fans. Okay, you don't tweet out shit that's supposed to be meant for the developers. Nobody does that. So when you do that, people, it's I understand people assuming this is going to be something geared towards them. So you shouldn't have done that. Or if you're going to tweet it out, make it clear what this is.
You understand the mindset of a fucking consumer. Like, you say this is the road to PS5. The casual gamer, he's gonna see, oh, PS5, so they're gonna go to it. Like, you didn't even have to put this shit on YouTube. That shit makes no fucking sense. You thought you were gonna garner attention, and you thought it was gonna be positive because motherfuckers was hungry. If this was for devs, you could have sent this in a motherfucking email.
Absolutely. I have a couple things about this, right?
Hold on. I wasn't even done. Like shit, that Corona shit. Like, I mean, didn't they bounce out of GDC before that?
I don't think that. I think they're actually scheduled to go to that still.
Okay, all right. Well, scrap that. Still, like, they could have put that shit in the email and been like, hey, this is what you guys can do. Like, all this elaborate talk, specifications, explaining all this shit. This shit went over casual niggas' heads really fast, bro.
That's the only thing I'm gonna give them an L for. Not the video itself. Them building hype by announcing it a day in advance. That was just fucking dumb.
You know that people are starving for that shit. So it's just like, why?
The thing is that, right? One, they were actually one of the first companies to pull out of GDC. They pulled out of that like shortly after they announced PAX. So they like hours later. And so if you're telling me that videos were recorded for GDC, they had more than ample time to adjust it to a consumer base.
Absolutely.
To do that. And then two, developers already have dev kits.
Facts.
So you would think that with the dev kits, you would get like instructions, manuals, over like pretty much
like a certain baseline
and what you can do and how to code and whatnot. Shit, I still have the PS4 Pro overview for developers saved to my desktop when that leak came.
And they said the PS5 dev kits were out in the wild, like way before Xbox shit was. Like, they said them motherfuckers was out like in like some people's hands really fast.
Well, I mean, to be fair, those are the high-profile devs. That they're aiming at. They're making this video for like up-and-coming indie developers and like smaller companies, probably.
Oh, okay. So yeah, we all think agree the messaging was bad. Go ahead, Rand.
Yeah, I think this would have been fine if this wasn't the first time Sony had given PS5 information. Like, if they had done something in February. And showed off the console and maybe showed off some games, and then this thing happened, then it probably would have been fine. But as like the first PlayStation information about PS5 being this thing with Mark Cerny, you know, and like with the PlayStation podium, like he's giving a sermon at the PlayStation church. And like kind of the way like the audience was. Like, the audience was kind of like, I don't know, was it real? Was it fake? Was it green screen?
Fake as hell.
Yo, for real.
You know what I mean?
That
like
was stock footage off of Google somewhere.
I thought that was cardboard
with Jim Ryan.
Why does the stock footage look bored?
Moving up, like they had cardboard figures like waving to the side and shit. Like, they could at least show the damn controller, and that would have had people happy.
Like, that would have had. Yo, we'll give y'all an extra $5 if y'all sit in this audience.
It's BJ. You know who Matt Piscatella is, right?
Yeah, I follow him. Yeah.
Yeah, he said obviously when this was going on, if one's audience composition changes, one has to adjust the presentation. So even though it was for GDC developers, you guys are right. As soon as they tweeted it out and made it like you had like, you know, Naughty Dog developers being like, watch this, I'm not going to miss it. And you basically hype it up as some big reveal only to get exactly what we got. You're kind of like, well, wait a minute. You knew consumers were going to watch. Like, I don't think anybody's going to watch this thing and be like, I'm not getting the PlayStation now because that's ridiculous.
Yeah, no.
Right?
It's just
but it's just as like the first kind of talk about it, I thought it was just PlayStation missed the mark.
Right.
Where like contrast to Xbox, where Xbox completely fucked up in 2013 and they completely missed the mark. It was like, okay, well, Xbox clearly learned like what they need to do, and like, okay, we're gonna talk about this complicated stuff. We'll get Austin Evans in here to break it down in a easily digestible 15-minute video and show off some like tech demos, because it's like Sony talked about what 30 minutes about the SSD. Well, show me a visual representation about it. Like, show me like the difference between, you know, like, okay, how are faster games gonna load now? Like, give me the difference.
See, they could have showed Spider-Man again compared to the PS4.
Because
Bloodborne.
Well, like here's the next problem with that, because this is the main fundamental flaw. Well, it's not a flaw, but like they future-proofed this console to the point where like there's only like 2 games right now that would actually have a major advantage on PS5 over Series X. Like the only one I can think of is like Star Citizen, because like that one, your performance is like actually tied to your SSD quality. And I can't think of a single other game like that, because like you said in the presentation, most games are built with like a HUD in mind. So like there's not really anything out right now to show the drastic difference. No one's really made anything aside from like Star Citizen.
Yeah, and
is that game ever even coming out?
I doubt it.
And the thing is, like, Sony hears, like, they're not deaf to what's going down, like what consumers are saying. They hear it. So I'm like, there has to be something else like not going right as far as their timeline goes. Something is messed up in the Sony PlayStation 5 timeline of things, right?
Their marketing is trash. They probably
I honestly.
All right. So again, I'm not a part of PlayStation, but it's the same thing that's going on over there. It's across the entire business. Right now, this whole virus is screwing everything up, and anything that we have planned, presentations, interviews, everything is all fucked up and wonky, and it's all based off of a set of budgets on timeline when other people are going, so that nothing's being overlooked. So I don't know what the fuck is going on, but even when it comes to like the TV home theater side of the vision thing, where I'm in PC side, what I'm dealing with, all of our presentation and actual live conferences, they don't know what they're doing. They don't know if they're going to do it from a room. They don't know if they're going to basically wait it out to see if they're going to basically do a live show. They don't know what's being done at the moment.
Well, like also, do you think they're possibly just wanting to wait until Last of Us Part 2 is out in people's hands?
That's part of it. Like they got time.
I mean, that could be a possibility. Like it's just like, I mean, if you know that your constituents are hungry, then you should know how to feed the streets. Like Sony been in the industry for like a grip now. Like they're not retarded. Like in this whole virus thing, like it threw shit out of whack. Like what? Like a month or like shit, a couple weeks and shit. And you see how like Microsoft is just like, all of these companies hear what we're saying, or they hear like our discrepancy. So it's just like, I mean, they know how to bounce back, or they know how to recalibrate some shit. So like, I mean, so it hits the target. Like Microsoft has not missed a step yet. And I don't give a fuck how much you hate them, how much you don't like them, you don't like their kiddie games and all that other bullshit. Like them motherfuckers have not missed a step.
The messaging
Series X rollout has been lit.
Like the messaging has been so far. The messaging has been flawless, with the exception of like both of them, there being some discrepancies with exactly how backwards compatibility goes. And besides that, they've been perfect. Like. And they've been consistent, and they've been clear, and it's like they clearly learned from their F-ups. Now, Sony isn't at the point where Xbox was at their reveal. The reveal that messed up everything for the Xbox One. They're not there yet. It could get there, but they're not there yet. So
yeah, I mean, see, like it's my bad.
They got time. They got time, but they got to get it together.
Like they got time. See, this is like, I mean, Xbox has been real bullish. Like, I mean, shit, like they've just been throwing shit around because, like, I mean, maybe they just feel that confident in like what they're bringing. Maybe they have some shit that like we're not really thinking of, because a lot of people disregard like a bunch of shit that they're doing still. Like, I mean, how they're moving right now, it's a strut right now, for real. And
that's that Microsoft has that over them big time. Like when it comes to Sony, they're stuck traditionally. I don't feel like they feel that an internet like live presentation of like their system being announced is as effective as an actual live event. And I think that's the thing where Microsoft doesn't care. Sony's super traditional when it comes to this type of stuff.
Yeah.
If you look at State of Play, they know that shit is not capping. That shit doesn't, like, people don't look for that. So if they feel that if they do an event like that and there's a lot of people that don't see this, they feel like they're going to lose out on a lot of potential customers or casuals seeing their actual information. So I think they need to do a better job at trying to find a way to meet with like the people over the internet, because they suck at that. Look at Xbox. They got people biting processors. You know the people over at Microsoft that are hype men. Who are PlayStation's hype people? Nobody.
Who
knows.
they're high like Microsoft has people that you feel like you can touch, like all the Graham Boyds and the fucking
touch with your fist.
Yeah, like like I'm just saying, like you feel like you could drop a comment and like they'll fucking respond to you. Sony, them niggas is like, they're mysterious. So like you drop a comment to somebody, you don't know who you talking to. You could be talking to a fucking pedophile, all you know. You don't know who you're talking to.
Well, you had to go that far.
That's no, like I'm just saying, like, cause like so many folks, like they use fucking the Sony leaders' names and shit. Like they be like Shuya Yoshida and shit, and that's not the real dude. And like you be like, yeah, so when this game coming out, like you don't really have like that trust, the believability.
I feel what he's saying. I feel what he's saying, because when everybody knows when I followed me back in the day, like when Jim Ryan came on, I was like, finally, we got a shit talker. We got another. What was the dude's name before that? Jack Trenton. No, I was like, oh, we got a Jack Trenton all over again. I'm like, this dude is hidden in the mist. You don't hear him say nothing. Before he became where he's at right now, Jim Ryan had no cap. Sony would probably have to slap him on the wrist every time, but he would still just talk shit.
Exactly.
Like someone asked Shuhei Yoshida on Twitter. They were like, "Yo, Shuhei, when are we gonna get some more PS5 information?" This man took a picture of Persona 5 Royal where it was titled P5S. He just put that as the reply. Just that picture.
Hilarious.
I'm like, bruh.
It's like I'm not bragging on them or like bragging on them and none of that shit, because I grew up with Sony. Like I know the shits. Like so I know like the quality that comes with it. But like I said, it's just like the messaging and shit. Like it's really fucking weird.
So,
and it's just like they're very mysterious.
So let's touch on two things. First, the question of clearly, the PlayStation 5, based on those specs, is the weaker console. How weaker? We'll just have to see. Will it present itself?
That's up in the air.
That's what I'm saying. But okay,
like,
based on what y'all see, will that?
It's not up in the air.
Look, he got a better SSD. He got a better SSD.
Okay, so here's the freaking
look.
So here's the freaking console that
That is no debate.
No, Jimmy, you stop.
There's too many people talking. It's too many people.
I haven't got to speak for her now. Can I say something? I ain't been able to say over now.
Go ahead, Jack. I know what you
mean. I can finally talk. Thank y'all. I appreciate it. Only thing I know is all the developers I've seen, actual people that make games, that got the knowledge, they've been clamoring over the PS5, and I have not seen them have the same energy for the Xbox. But
were those first party devs?
Yeah, were those first party devs?
I don't know. I didn't know they
I just need to establish something. Are there people who disagree that the PlayStation 5 is weaker based on those specs? Are we, or do we not accept that?
I don't accept that,
bro. On Twitter,
they don't accept that. Like
we'll see when the game.
I'm telling you,
here's the thing with the PS5 and the Series X. The Series X is stronger for traditional games, and the PS5 has a tool to its advantage that is more open-minded for bigger ambitions for developers. But the only reason that I'm not giving them that much of a credit,
that sounds like secret sauce to me.
That's exactly why I'm not giving them that much credit. Because this is some secret sauce crap all over again.
Jimmy. Sony's doing the same thing that they've always done. They're creating better tools. Hold up. They're creating tools to make game developing easy all over again. The same thing they do with Nintendo versus CD. Yes, it is. Dude, what did Mark Cerny do?
Okay, hold on. Dark Cloud, you ain't even Dark Cloud. You ain't gonna do all this, right? Check this out, right?
Yeah.
Now, if you look on paper with these same metrics that y'all are using, the Xbox One X is stronger than the PS4 Pro, correct?
That's all I'm saying. On paper, that's
okay.
all I'm
Okay,
saying.
and then let me ask you a
paper.
question. Let me ask you a question. According to the community, PS4 got some of the best looking games in the industry. People even compare them to PC games, right?
I agree with that. I agree.
And they don't do that with Xbox One games, correct?
I agree with that.
New games coming out. The PS4 Pro version runs better than the Xbox One X version, right or wrong?
I don't know about all that.
It's
Come on, Jimmy. Come on, Jimmy.
That is true.
Runs better on the PS4 Pro than the Xbox One.
But is the resolution also higher on the Xbox?
Yeah, like
it's not true. It's not native 4K. It's not true 4K.
But is the resolution higher?
It's pushing more pixels still. Hold up. Let's get this straight.
So now we care about
going to be running at 4K anyways.
Hold on, wait a minute. I got a room full of PC gamers telling me they care about how a game look more than how it runs.
No, that's not what we're saying. That's not what
we're saying.
You got a higher pixel. I said it runs better.
But what we're saying, if we're talking about power, you can't compare power and one is running more pixels than the other and do a fair comparison.
They both check.
Hold on. But theoretically, yes, because according to this SSD and is it not Giant? No, a bunch of sites and even Digital Foundry saying that Sony is going to use a super fast SSD as data pool to grab the data so that the GPU is doing less work, so that the game's world is loading faster, which is not going to take up frame rate or actual graphics power in order to do that. So is it necessary to say that it needs 12 teraflops? It's not this, but it's not this. Hold on.
So here's the thing with that.
Hold up, Smooth. I just murdered you earlier. Don't let me do it again.
Oh man.
Hold on, wait a minute.
I sent you the link of showing that Xbox is doing the same thing.
This is 2 times faster.
Can I ask a question?
No, but the point is that you also had other people on Digital Foundry who came out and who kind of debunked that shit, like with the SSD. The thing is that SSD for first party people, Sony will be able to make more lively worlds and shit like that.
We don't know if other developers aren't going to do that.
Can I ask a question? As far as Microsoft,
we don't know if third party developers are not going to use this.
I mean, I just want to know what is the difference between what they did last generation with the X, just throwing brute power and shit. What's the difference between that and what they doing now?
That's a different question.
But my question. But
it's a complete different.
Okay, but look, I'm asking you what's the difference is because PS4 Pro still has better looking games.
It doesn't matter. This generation.
We're talking about two different things. Listen, if we want to talk, there's two questions. There's two different topics. There's which developers are more talented and will use the power better, and
that's
which
consoles.
I agree with that. This is where it comes down.
That is not the question.
But that's what you're getting into.
This is the problem, Jack.
This is my problem with y'all.
No, guys, if you look at the chat, Les Red just said it perfectly. Here's the problem.
Why is it every time that there's a criticism towards Xbox, y'all always fall back on they don't have the talent? At what point are we just going why are you even in the industry then, bro?
Here's the issue.
Like,
Jack Move and other
like,
PlayStation guys, this is what they do. They're applying what they're seeing with this generation. They want to carry what they're
history tends to repeat itself. Continue.
No, and apply it to the next generation. They're what we're looking at.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Can I ask you on Death Grips a question?
Sure.
What has Xbox done ever to make you believe that they're on a different trajectory than what they were on in 2013 that y'all love to talk about? So,
I mean, if you can't tell from how these motherfuckers is moving from 2013 and what they were doing and what they were delivering, at least a tad bit of what they is doing is way better than what the fuck they was giving us in 2013.
They gave us an amazing game. They gave us an amazing game in the beginning. It was Rise.
Because all these PS2s is fucking counting fucking exclusives. And this is like, okay, like that's cool. But at the same time, them motherfuckers was not getting no support. So they had to get third-party support that was out of their control to give them fucking games. Like after those deals were done, they didn't have anything else.
So wait a minute, we blaming them.
Hold up, isn't that
games being worse?
That's what Microsoft.
Let me interject real quick. Let me interject. That's what Microsoft's problem was. That's what Microsoft did at the beginning of the generation.
Exactly. What are you talking about? That was Microsoft. Microsoft was buying third party after third party, and when they couldn't get that, the more they had no fucking games.
That's what Microsoft.
No,
I'm gonna tell you guys this, man.
They fucking leased out, like they contracted.
I'm gonna tell you guys
contracted. They didn't own that shit. Do you get what I'm saying? They didn't own
Xbox
it.
came with raw power this time instead of secret source.
All right, so the Xbox has, I'm sorry, demonstrations, tangibles I could look at. The PS5 doesn't. So you can't look for that type of stuff at GDC.
Okay, hold on. Here's what it comes down to. The Series X is the stronger machine for traditional gaming. So when it comes to third-party games on both, the Series X will probably have the better port. Now, if you're talking about exclusive,
but that's
games,
been stated.
then the PS5 is most likely going to destroy the Series X
on
just
paper.
because of the developer
like
talent.
the PS5, like exclusives, like I'm saying, like with that SSD, the PS5 will definitely, like, those first party games are gonna be fucking killer.
This is my problem.
SSD has nothing to do with
Let's just cut all
graphics.
the bullshit, okay?
No, I know that. I'm
Wait
saying
a
about
minute.
the
This
world
is my
development.
problem with y'all, right? Okay?
Bruh.
No matter what you say, the Xbox is already stronger than the PS4, and the game, third-party games run better on the PS4. It's the same situation.
Resolution and all of that shit does come into factor.
I'll say this.
I thought it was all about native and true. All right,
hold on.
Shut the fuck up. Let me talk. Goddamn. If both games are checkerboarded 4K and the PlayStation version has a better frame rate, it's the better version of the game. Even though it's on weaker hardware.
No, the Xbox One still has a higher.
That's objective. That's objective.
God damn, y'all niggas retarded.
What's the question?
Y'all niggas here can't spell, man. And y'all here
I'm done with this.
All right, hold on. Because I feel like there's multiple conversations. Like I don't even think we're talking about the same thing. The first. Hold on. Because there's multiple. There's because I don't even think y'all know what y'all debating no more. The first thing we were initially touching on was simply what was on paper. What was more powerful?
The Xbox is more powerful.
Okay,
cool.
Of course,
like how the Xbox One X is more powerful.
Okay, hold on. We know that doesn't necessarily translate or directly correlate to having the best version. We know it's on mathematically. Mathematically.
No shit. Hold on. Jack, I can explain why the Series
visuals just make me off T-flops though.
Wait. Mathematically on paper, that's all I was trying to establish first, is that it on paper is more powerful, so it should, okay? Now, the next conversation I think y'all were having, and to Jack's point, was simply that Xbox had that before, and it didn't seem to help their first-party developers put out the most impressive games. But that was a different. Okay, that was a different conversation.
Okay,
now I don't know what y'all want to talk about at this point.
Wait. How about this? Take off all exclusivity, because Xbox fans don't like exclusivity. Everything should be everywhere. And don't talk about no first-party games. The third-party games still run better on quote-unquote weaker hardware.
Red Dead Redemption 2 did not.
Control. Okay, I'm gonna give y'all that one. What else?
Okay, so, but I mean, Jack. One quick second. So, Jack, I'm going to defend Xbox for a split second, but also kind of give them an L. The reason why the frame rate is worse on the One X
is because
it's because the Jaguar CPU is trash in both consoles. But funny enough, because the PS4 Pro is weaker, it doesn't bottleneck it as much. So when they go for the higher resolution on Xbox One,
okay, but whose fault is that?
That's technically Microsoft's fault.
Okay, so why is that in the
comment? But that's not going to be as much of a problem this generation coming up.
All right, that's what I was gonna go with. What difference y'all expecting to see with both of these things? But with both of these being capable to do 4K 60. What are you expecting to see? What are you going to argue about then?
That's the next question. That's the question. Will there be like a difference in visuals, performance, and frame rate on the same game?
Yeah, one's going to have.
I still think game's going to be 30 frames.
Wait, did somebody say 1080p 30 graphics? What?
No,
somebody said ray tracing?
I said one's going to have better ray tracing for sure.
At 1080p 30, that's what we're talking about now?
I've never said 1080p 30. I just said one's gonna have better ray tracing.
That's what you got. 1080p 30 with ray tracing.
One's gonna have better ray tracing for sure.
The ray tracing technique is very different for what they're using with these consoles. So I doubt it's gonna be 1080p fucking 30. And two, like I said about the fucking SSD with Sony, those first party developers are gonna
wait. Excuse me, sir.
What you just say about that?
Wait a minute, because I gotta question what you just said. You said you want to be 1080 30, but the ray tracing demo on Minecraft was 1080p and 30 frames.
No, okay, that was like a tech demo. I'm saying when the consoles finally,
and that was also beyond ray tracing. That was
if it could run something higher with ray tracing, they would have did that, right?
No, like
they wouldn't put their best foot forward. They wouldn't put their best foot forward.
Like it's fucking Minecraft, bro. Like
so wait a minute. Why would you do it?
Yo,
hold on. Wait a minute, Dark Cloud. Ain't a tech demo supposed to show things that are capable, even if they can't do them at launch? Ain't it supposed to show what it's capable of?
It was showing you that it's doable on console. It's not like
so why was it only 1080p 30 with ray tracing? If it's
so they're not trying to showcase maybe a game that they're not prepared to show yet. So they were showing you something that they have trust in to do it.
But if Minecraft can run better than that, why wouldn't they show that? Like, this is possible.
I mean, at the end of the day, that might not be the final resolution.
I'm sorry.
He is right.
Did anybody see that Gears 5 gameplay from Series X?
Was that ray tracing?
It doesn't matter. It was fucking ultra settings and beyond.
Yo, you want me to go? Yo, hold on, guys. Smooth was also the same one at AG as saying that the 1080 Ti is only going to be a smidge higher than the Series X.
2080 Ti.
2080 Ti.
Yes.
Smidge higher.
Yeah, barely.
Smidge higher.
Barely.
Yep. Anybody? No one's gonna say this dude's crazy for saying that.
Yeah. Keep your mouth shut. Keep your mouth shut. Nobody should have nothing to say, right? Because I hear the fear in some of you. Like,
I hear
what
the
fear?
I hear it.
Yo, smooth. Is a 2080 better than a 2080 Ti?
No.
But is it a smidge better?
The Xbox Series X is performing better than the 2080. It's dumb game.
Hold on. I need complete silence for 2 seconds, real quick.
Go ahead.
I know what he's about to do. Yeah, exactly.
Smooth.
Exactly.
Smooth, you're sounding real confident right now.
Not a bet.
Oh my god.
Smooth, you sound real confident right now. You got your confidence back?
I never lost my confidence.
He's not making no bet.
I got my book. I got my book open. If you want to,
he's not
play
making no
some
bet.
bets next to your confidence.
He's not making no bet.
Look, you're literally saying a 2080. That's what you're saying that that's what the Xbox Series is. A 2080, not even a super.
It's above that, but
it's the 2080 Ti mops that card all day, easily, runs circles around it. How's that a smidge?
Because the Xbox Series X isn't a 2080.
This nigga.
But can we talk about? Can we get into backwards compatibility?
Yes,
with these?
absolutely.
Because
Let's
the
talk about
messaging
that.
from both has been very confusing. Somebody explain what's going on with the Xbox Series X and the PS5 as far as backwards compatibility and the messaging.
All right. So for the PS5, Mark Cerny don't know how to speak English apparently. The 100 games they were talking about are going to be boosted for PS5 hardware and enhancements.
Yes.
And on top of that, they're going to keep testing more to see if it can work for the game. And they expect the vast majority of current PS4 games to just work on the system as they normally would.
But the word expect is my issue.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
Possibility. Like, no.
Yeah.
They gotta test it.
They gotta test it.
So that 100 number that was floating around is only for boosted games.
They don't know if the whole 100 is gonna work though.
And they don't know if the whole 4,000.
That's for the boosted.
No, that's not what I read.
Hold on, wait a minute. Let me just say this, okay?
Wait, hold on. Contra hasn't talked at all.
Say what?
Go ahead. I'm out, man. Goddamn, y'all got it. Goddamn, y'all got it, man.
Jack,
he left for real?
Oh man.
Oh man.
Oh no, come back. Damn.
Why y'all made Jack mad?
I did. What'd I do?
Oh man.
Why? Hey man, shout out to Jack, man.
Jack, come back, dog.
It's not you. It's not you. It's just everyone's talking over each other. I've tried to say a few things. I can't.
And this is why I told BG why
And I told
only
you,
here for the Animal Crossing.
I told
Why
you
didn't we
people
kick him
take
out
forever
yet?
to answer their DMs.
No,
So
I wonder why I'm still here too.
Yeah, why didn't we kick Fang out yet?
Fang can leave.
Damn.
I'm just saying he can leave. Look.
Yeah, shit, if it was
y'all want to
just
continue
too
with the
many
backwards
people in here,
compatibility?
shit, I could have left, bro.
Well, yeah, because I was arguing with people on Twitter about backwards compatibility. All I said, based off of what Mark said, was if the PS5 does not match what Xbox Series X is going to do with backwards compatibility, then I'm not buying it day one. That's all I'm saying. Everybody arguing with me about, oh, what about new games and blah, 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 blah. And I said, if they can't even give me everything that I want with the PS4, because at this point, I really want PS2, PS3. I want to see what those graphics look like. Look like that shit is out the fucking window. But if you're not even gonna give me my tops for PS4, I'm not buying the fucking system. Plain and simple. Because what the top 5, like the top 100, they got what? Sports games, Call of Duty. You know all that shit gonna be up there. But what about the other games that I have? Is that gonna work on the PS5?
So initially, Mark Cerny, people thought that Mark Cerny said it was going to be the top 100 games based off of playtime. That's what I heard him say, right? That was, but what he meant is those are the games that are going to be actually, you know, tested and boosted, and the rest of the 4,000 or whatever are going to be tested also, but those are not going to receive boosted. Is that accurate?
It's not going to receive enhancements.
That's what I got. The legacy mode is that they were just going to play the games as they were on the PS4.
Now
they're not getting boosted treatments.
When they say top games, top played or top PlayStation
top played
exclusives?
Based on
because I don't
he said
no
played.
2K and no fucking Call of Duty. I want to see that.
Yes, exactly.
That's what I'm worried about, bro. That's what I'm worried about.
Okay.
Fucking Fortnite.
Okay, so now what's the situation with the Xbox?
I'm gonna need Rand to take that one. Because I want to see.
I mean, they're so like PlayStation is doing what hardware back compat, Xbox is doing software. So it's just a matter of just testing it. I mean, they basically stopped doing back compat for Xbox One and then moved everybody over to test the Xbox One games for Series X. And I think they already said that there'll be thousands, you know, available day one. I don't think it'll be the entire library because licensing issues and stuff like that, just like probably the same thing with PlayStation.
Yeah, that's what I was about
But
to ask.
it'll be a lot of games. So you know, that's just how it is. I mean, I think Xbox kind of has a lead in that area because they kind of been doing this, you know, longer. And so like PlayStation has to test test the games. And I don't know if you saw that update what they gave. They said like some of those games might actually require updates from the original developer to get working on the PS5, whereas like everything is software emulated on the Xbox and no work by the developer to get it running and enhanced and stuff. So I guess we'll have to wait and see.
They were saying that some games could potentially harm the PS4 based on like the CPU overusing it or something like that. I forgot how you explained
regulation.
it.
It's not regulated.
I would honestly, the Series X, like I want one, not even for the new games, like the fact that it can play games from every generation and then with the enhancements. That's what makes the Series X look like a cool console to me, at least. Because I've got OG Xbox games I would love to play with the enhancements, since the freaking PC emulation front for Xbox ain't that far yet.
I
Okay.
mean, it kind of like it brute forces them, doesn't it? Doesn't it, Rand? Like it should it brute forces on certain titles?
The Xbox Series X is creating HDR. Like
yeah, but that was cool.
It's a
adding in HDR.
Yeah. Like,
no, you guys remember the image that Cerny showed of the PlayStation 4 back compatible, like PlayStation 5 and then like PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 4 Pro on that like chip design?
Yeah.
You guys know what I'm talking about?
There's empty space.
It had like all this empty space at the bottom. So I was sitting there thinking to myself, you know, as a like graphic design, that's a horrible thing because you have all that wasted space. So part of me thinks like when Sony eventually does like a full reveal with all the games where it's actually a consumer show,
it may be there.
If they don't just suddenly add PS3, PS2, PS1 underneath it.
I would be so fucking.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
For, bro. Because
I don't know.
want
Otherwise,
that so
it's just
bad.
kind of like a wait. Otherwise, it's just kind of a. It's like who designed that graphic? Like all that wasted space. Just I don't know. Like I don't know if they'll do. Maybe DC knows if you know if they do the whole.
You got me on that, man. I'm not
the only one that would be hard.
Cronies come at me last time
Yeah, I had a question about that on Twitter, and nobody really was able to answer it. If they do that, let me answer this real quick. If they do that real quick, what happens to PS Now?
It'll still have a high value because then, like all the games on there, you can download them at that point.
Yep. But I was saying that like the GDC.
Well, that's just like what, less than $40 a year. So it's not a big deal. It's like less than $40 a year. That's if someone who doesn't want to buy the game for PS Now. For PS Now,
$10 a year.
It's less than $40 a year.
Isn't it $10 a month?
Yeah. I mean, for the year,
it's
I have it right now. It's like less than
$70 for a year.
I thought it was 60. Hold on, let me look it up.
Oh, I got it for 40.
But I'm saying though, like GDC wouldn't be a place to actually announce like backwards compatible. Like what developer is going to benefit from that? That's why I'm thinking that's going to be an event, an actual event type of thing to release.
That would be a big announcement. Hey, PlayStation 5 is back compat with all the systems.
If they actually
PS3
do that,
would be a huge one, right?
If they actually do that, we all need to give Microsoft a round of applause for giving them that competition, forcing them to actually do it.
Yeah, I mean, they should have already realized that that's where their market was going, because that's how they made so much money off of the PS2 is because they made a backwards compatibility for PS1.
Well, I mean, so they also came out, like, I forgot who said it, but they said, like, who wants to play old games? Wasn't that Jim Ryan?
That was Jim Ryan's dumbass.
Yeah, so it's just like, so...
He wasn't wrong.
Now they're seeing that, like, their fans actually want the shit, especially PS3. Like, it's something that they need to figure out.
I don't even know if
that... I don't even know, or is it console war thing?
It's a console war thing. You don't want that molding over you. Like, well, Xbox, they can play 4 generations of Xbox, and PlayStation, you can't. Like, nah, I think it's more
I've even seen PC guys like who said they would like to play PS3 games with the PS5. Like, I've seen it. Like, I don't know, shit, the old fanboy fucking console war bullshit. That's between them dudes. But I mean, it's a good deal if it's there. Like, you would want that there if you're playing on a PlayStation. You know what I'm saying?
The main reason I want it now is because of how Xbox did it. Like, you can put in Gears of War 2 and 3. It's playing in native 4K. Like, yo, that's why I was like, okay, now that's backwards compatibility to a next level. That's the kind of stuff I want to see it. So I saw that. I'm like, yo, the Xbox One X and the Series X, that's automatic value day one because you can play these games better than they were on original hardware.
And you hear shit a lot of Sony dudes when they say like they want these games and they want to play them and all of that shit. Like, I mean, that's from a consumer standpoint. Like, you can't tell a person if they own PS2 games, PS3 games and shit that like, oh yeah, you gotta definitely just own the old console just to play those games. Why can't I play it on my newer console that's gonna be hooked up all through the years? Like, that doesn't make any sense for me to unhook a system. I'll plug up 3-4 different fucking systems to play like a couple games.
All right, so
I personally think it's for console war because if the PS5 and the Series X came out, then they said full backwards compatibility, 12 T-flops across the board, same SSD. This would be boring as fuck throughout the entire week. Ain't nobody be saying nothing. I think it's all for console war.
Like, who gets like, I don't know. Like, I got a fucking headache just from that.
I think only we care about this
shit. Like,
most people, DC, they won't give a shit. They're just gonna buy the system that's either the cheapest or whatever friends have it. Like, they don't care about T-flops or any of that shit.
But
it's like, hey,
they don't even know what that is.
Okay, you got Fortnite 2. Where are you playing it? I got a PlayStation 5. You get a PlayStation 5.
All right.
I think
the majority
Microsoft
of people are just buying these consoles to play FIFA and Madden.
If I think Microsoft knows what they're doing though, and I mentioned this a long time ago. If crossplay comes along, if all these games crossplay, cross progression, and all that, and then one system's more powerful, everyone's just gonna go to that one.
But no one is really gonna nobody really deep dives into the specs when they're picking up a console. So how would they know which one's powerful?
We got to stop using that narrative, man.
I don't know if you noticed, but
there's a lot of people that are super casuals that know this stuff now.
I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. Microsoft's Xbox marketing team is going to go into every Best Buy, Walmart, and GameStop, put their Xbox Series X demo up, and then put this advertisement chart that shows you all the things that the Series X is capable of versus the other boxes that the other boxes can't do, and it's going to look really nice, and that's going to be a selling point. They're going to be selling power.
Are we even sure the consoles are coming out this year at this point?
Nope.
Apparently, Microsoft says they haven't changed their plans yet.
I know, but I mean, like, I already know it's changed some of their marketing plans. Like DC said, the virus is screwing shit up. Like Microsoft was supposed to have a press event next month for Series X, where they were going to have press over. They were going to do that whole reveal thing and everything, but it's no longer happening. And I wonder. And then you hear about like, hey, all the developers are working from home, but a lot of studios aren't built to work from home. Like they're not, like, especially the huge studios, they're not the workflow and the pipeline's not equipped to do that. So it's like, even like Jason Schreier said, like, hey, you might start seeing some games coming after April get delayed. Like, is Last of Us 2 going to get delayed again because everybody's working at home from Naughty Dog? Like, is Halo going to get pushed? And if Halo gets pushed, if Halo gets pushed because all the 343 is working at home because of the virus, do you push the console?
Yeah,
you know, like
you push.
If they do get delayed, I think it'll be for that reason. I think it'll be because the games aren't ready.
Or it's just like the stresses of working from home. Like maybe they just can't polish it up as much as they could if they were at the building. So
not only that, but a lot of devs from home don't have the same type of equipment that they have.
Yeah. Like you can't have someone like work on a game at home when like you would need to have a card that can display ray tracing. You'd have an HDR monitor to make sure everything is looking right. They might not have that at their house.
Like Microsoft employees were supposed to be going back home in 3 days. They like when 3 weeks ago they were like, "Hey, go home for 3 weeks." You think they're going back to work at the office in 3 days? I doubt it.
Nope.
They're probably, like they ain't gonna so like I worry that Halo's gonna be affected, and what the unannounced games like Ubisoft and Assassin's Creed, like I can't. So that's the thing. I wonder. It's like, okay, the virus is affecting the marketing strategy. The virus is affecting if they can even get built over in China. And it's like, okay, well, if the games aren't going to be made because of the virus, because everyone's working from home, do you launch the consoles if they are ready without any games? Like, can you imagine the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X launching with just back compat? And like like a couple like actual next gen games, because like that's the stuff I'm kind of like fearful about. I just feeling that the consoles will get pushed to early next year, 2021.
All right, let me read these super chats, and then we can wrap up.
Actually, I have one question to ask. I wanted to wait till all this argument.
Yeah, go ahead.
This whole thing. So, and this is a question that goes out to everyone. It's so the Xbox Series X has the upper hand in terms of power. That it's just a more powerful console.
Yeah.
The PS5 has the upper hand in terms of speed, where game developers no longer have to. They have more freedom to do what they want, essentially. In terms of third party, which console do you think is going to hold the other one back?
They're not.
Which console?
They're too close that neither of them are going to hold either one of them back.
You don't think so?
None.
It honestly depends on how the game is made, but I seriously doubt one will be holding the other back.
Hold it back. With the way his games are so modular PC, I'm pretty sure reducing the settings of one or the other is not going to hold the game back. It's not going to be a problem.
Yeah, so I feel like if the PS5 hits 4K 60, then the Series X will hit 4K 60 just with like how they have fucking
lesser settings. That's the only difference.
Yeah, but I'm saying like they'll have like their little special HDR10 and shit like that with their game, and that's possibly maybe not in the PS5 title for third party games. Like
Sony
that's the only difference that I can see. Really,
Microsoft is.
Like I honestly, the SSD difference, I don't see it playing in that big of a part for third party, because like if someone's using that SSD to like its full potential, that game is not optimized right at all to need that much bandwidth.
And that's the thing that I dislike, is because this thing is super cool, but if one developer literally takes full advantage of that, it screws everybody else up.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
even
and
when it comes to PC, it's going to screw them up too, unless you have an NVIDIA, an AMD CPU, in order to take advantage of that higher clock. Because nothing Intel has takes advantage of a full-blown NVMe.
Yeah, and the Digital Foundry guy, like he said that, like one of the guys, like he came out and said that, like whoever, like third parties, if they did take full potential, like of that SSD, like it would, like kind of like close other people out. It would kind of like gate them out and shit. Like it, like the first party games that they do produce are going to be utilized, like they're going to be utilizing that to its best potential.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So let me read these super chats real quick. AJ.
Well, hold on. You sharing that?
Oh God, it's late, Bond. Not today. AG Kriller said, "Put some respect on one of the best multiplayer games of the generation, Overwatch." That game's trash, bro.
Man.
That game's
you in the
trash.
same boat with those Fortnite people.
Game's trash. Papa John says, "Shout out to Bond Jack for doing my live streams on time." Smooth. He also said, "Smooth, where's my Patreon request?" Yeah, you got to do that, Smooth.
What's this Patreon request?
I had put it in the DMs a while ago. I got to check again. I'm gonna have to send it to you.
I think it's
I don't remember what it is. The
baddest.
baddest.
You guys almost lost a bet about this game.
Yeah, that was man. You bring it up, ancient history. The baddest donated a couple times. He didn't say anything. Shout out to you. Appreciate the super chats, and shout out to everybody who hit the join button and became members. Also, Sofa Spy said, since you are enjoying Ori, would be fun to see you stream Super Metroid or Hollow Knight.
Oh man,
I don't think I have any interest in that. I'm just keeping it real.
Have you ever played Super Metroid?
Yeah. It's been a long time. A super long time, but yeah, I beat them. I never played Hollow Knight. Papa John's also
Hollow Knight's
said,
a beast.
Papa John's also said he wants to rush and have it on his list. He said cross-gen Call of Duties are usually trash. Remember Ghosts? Ghost was pretty bad.
Yeah.
All right, Ghost was ass.
But Call of Duty 2 was pretty hot though. But then again, that was only on 360 and PC.
Tokyo TZTV said, "Where are all the sources for this information? They portrayed it as a feminist movie, so I refuse to give them money. Hopefully they learn from this." He was talking about Birds of Prey and Ghostbusters and all that stuff. Mr. Kill Jr. said, "How do you guys think Nemesis is going to get modded?" Oh, they're gonna do everything.
Oh yeah, they're gonna do a lot to that.
Yeah. There's
Jeepers Creepers. I want a Jeepers Creepers one.
Oh yeah, that'd be dope.
Jeepers Creepers.
Have you seen the mod that's currently out where it turns every zombie into Nemesis?
Oh shit.
That's annoying.
And it's not a model swap. It's actually like 10 Nemesis running at
Oh,
you.
so you can't actually, it's not just the skin. Oh wow, that's crazy. Mr. Whitaker said, off topic, y'all think Final Fantasy VII Remake will be delayed? According to Square, it won't. There's just delay in like some deliveries, but
the game's already
like
gone
physical
gold.
copies.
Yeah, but the game's not being delayed. Papa John also said
right now. Oh my god.
Papa John said, so let's take two PCs. One has a 2080 Ti with a basic SSD, and one has a 2070 with a premium SSD. So you're saying the 2070 rig is more powerful because of an SSD?
Exactly.
First of all, First of all, PCs don't take PC gaming don't take advantage of SSD NVMe's. That's a fact. The consoles themselves are being designed to do that.
I don't know if I agree with that, Cloud. PCs don't take advantage of NVMe's?
I mean, to answer his question, the only game where the 2070 rig would actually like kind of be negligibly better or slightly worse would be Star Citizen, but that's the only game. So like
PCs definitely take advantage of NVMe though.
Bro, every zombie's a Nemesis.
Oh man. Anyway,
this is out of control.
Tarek Ahmed said Xbox 360 pushed more flops, but the PS3 due to the cell was more powerful because of the onboard audio chip and CPU doing GPU calculations. Example is God of War 3.
PS3 also put a lot of developers out of business because of
Yeah,
how hard it was to develop for.
To develop for.
And Brian Lobo said, didn't Mojang cancel the Minecraft 4K update because the Xbox system struggled to run it? Freaking Minecraft.
Indeed, the super duper graphics pack, yeah, that was canceled.
Oh, that's why because it couldn't run on the X. That's why they canceled it.
No, I think it was because it couldn't run it the same on everything, so they canceled it or something.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yo, Animal Friends Adventure is like Xbox One X enhanced. I might play this. That's the one. That's the game he wanted me to play.
Yeah, it is. All right.
The fuck is that?
So yeah, this was kind of wild. I'm sure this conversation with the PS5 and Xbox Series X is only going to continue.
We gotta see the games at this point.
Yeah, this is not the end of it. This is not the end of it. There's still more to talk about, and I'm sure we will in the following weeks. More will be revealed. Let's do these outros. Rand,
For having me on, BG. Sorry, it's been a long time, but it was a very interesting episode. It always is when I'm on. People yelling at each other. So
it really does go like wild when you get here.
Blame Rand.
Death, Crips.
Nah, man. Thanks, BG. Thanks, panel. Thanks for allowing me on. I didn't mean to piss anybody off or whatever. So, I mean, my bad on that part. Peace.
Jack's been getting tilted for a while for a lot of things.
I'll do Jack's outro for him.
All right, go ahead, Fang.
How does he do? YouTube, Twitch, Mixer, and Twitter. JackMujohnny.com. JackMujohnny. Great episode, y'all. Sorry, I rage quit. We out. Was that good?
Good enough, man.
All right,
Jack's been unhappy about things just in general lately, though.
Because of Horizon.
That Horizon news got him a little tilted, bro.
Ever since Horizon, his mood has kind of been like he's had a little bit extra salt in his intake ever since then. So it hasn't been only this episode. It's been ever since then.
Got a free copy of Final Fantasy VII Remake over the Horizon thing. That was fun.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Somebody was like, "You're wrong," and I'm like, "Okay, I'll bet you." And I don't bet unless I already know the answer. So I'm like, "Sure, let's bet." And then it was announced. I was like, "Yeah, where's my dude?" The day the day the PS5 stuff was going down, I had a buddy tell me everything that was happening, everything that was already happening. So I knew. That's why I DM'd you, remember? And I'm like, yo, this shit about to be boring as fuck, right? So I was trying to get the same guy who bet me about Final Fantasy to bet about Last of Us and Ghost of Tsushima. I'm like, I'm about to get somebody to pay for all these PlayStation exclusives for me. And but he's like, I'm on to you. I'm not doing that. I'm like, God damn it.
Pretty much what Bond does with Smooth. I understand. All right, Bond.
Smooth, you might as well put me on your tax returns, man.
Oh man. All right, yeah, awesome podcast. Thanks for having me on. Shout out to Bliss Thread. We clear up some confusion. And Jack, it's gonna be all right, man. It's gonna be all right.
All right.
Y'all can follow me on Twitter if you want, BondRed1, and that's it.
All right, Cloud.
Yo, as always, second time. Thanks for having me, BG. Thanks for all of you guys coming, letting me be here. Jack, damn dog, I wish you didn't have to leave like that, man. You were my only side dude for this one. But it's cool to be here.
Side dude. Pause.
Not like that. Pause. Thanks for having me here, guys.
All right. Contra.
Awesome podcast. Make sure to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at Contraviction. Please be safe out there. Please be safe out there. It's getting crazy. Yes. Work on your games. Eat your food. Go to sleep.
All right, Jimmy.
Exercise and eat right too.
Yeah, what's up, man? J Mega Games. Everybody who's off and not working, have fun and be safe, and enjoy your life. Peace.
All right, Bond.
Oh, here doing my thing, enjoying. Just
no
trying
sports.
to survive the lack of sport. Yeah, you know what? You took the words out of my mouth. I don't think we need to be having these conversations on hardware so early. It's pointless. We don't even know what games are coming out. Blah 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 blah. But enjoy your night. The prosecution rest. BG's guilty.
Yeah, okay.
We'll be back here next week.
All right, we'll be back next week. Hopefully the sub boxes are working next week, and we gonna keep the number of people to a limit. If people would just answer, you know, some of their DMs
Look,
earlier.
if they don't answer, then they don't let them come in.
And I'll be double booking sometimes because of it. So
no,
Can't blame me. I answered quickly.
Where's the best spot outro?
Yeah, he was about to skip me.
Oh my bad.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Smooth.
Oh yeah. Thank you guys. Awesome episode. Thanks for showing up. And once again, past 9,000 subs on YouTube. So please follow me there. I'm gonna be back on that. And please practice social distancing because I can't afford for the Xbox Series X to be delayed.
Wow.
As always, guys, Xbox is the best box, and I am the best bot. You guys have a good night.
All right. Chat, we'll catch y'all next week. Peace.
Also,
Bye.
how old is this fucking gameplay? I submitted this shit like a long.
Oh
time
yeah,
ago.
this been in the vault for a while. I see, but I try to mix up. Like I don't like to have too many of the same genre in the gameplay. So that's why this was sitting in the vault for a while.
All right. Because I looked at it, it looked familiar, and I went to go look at last time I played this game. Like, oh,
You don't even realize you didn't even realize it was yours at first, bro. How old it is. You submitted this like I think you submitted this gameplay last year, and I'm just starting. I'm just using it now.
last year.
Yeah.
Damn.
You got it shine.
The enemies are Christmas themed.
Yeah, it got its shine though. All right, we out, y'all. We'll catch y'all next week.
You charging people for this gameplay?
Oh man, shut up, Bond. No, I'm not.
I'm not saying that you should. I was just asking if you are.
No, I'm
I
not.
got charged.
Don't lie.
You're not charging? What the fuck did I pay?
Shut up, nigga.
Oh man.
Shut up.
Go call your bank, bro.